Alright, g'day ladies and gents. I should make sure this is actually working and the sound is coming through. Hopefully it is. Okay, that seems to be right. How you doing, Tal? Yeah, just a little bit of convenient timing. Sorry I'm starting up a little bit later than expected tonight, since I'm starting the stream at 12:30 at night, but what can you do? It has been a busy day, and I did want to absolutely catch up with everything that was going on, and catch people up with Battletech, because I haven't been able to stream for the last 3 or 4 days due to a combination of not being particularly well a couple of nights, and just having my net go to shit as per normal over the last, over a couple as well. Wednesday night in particular, we even had power outages. I have no idea what was going on there. Perfectly fine day, no storms, and the power started turning off. I chase a little bit low on your end. I can fix that, I think. Sounds. Let's have a little bit of a look at what we got here before we get too far in. Okay, that should have the mic sorted, and game volume is very low. Why is the game volume low? What is going on here? For some reason the game volume isn't picking up sound. Bear with me for just a second, guys. Something has clearly broken. There we go. Okay, for some reason OBS had selected a different audio input. I have no idea why it did that, but that should have fixed that issue. Sinned lies, NBN is flawless, no excuses. That is a fantastic joke. I like that one. Doesn't mean I'm not going to throw you out of a helicopter for making it though, Sinned. Alright, just getting my my chat sorted out on this end, because everything's all messed up and I can't actually read anything for some reason, because when you change the audio settings, everything else has to change as well. So how has everybody been going anyways? So I haven't really been able to stream in about a week, so, or pretty close to it. I was tossing up between MechWarrior 4 and Battletech tonight. I'm thinking, no, I really want to get a little bit further on hunting down these mechs in Battletech. Also, I need a little bit more time to cut and edit the MechWarrior 4 videos for the channel. At the moment, I'm sitting on like 160 gig worth of recorded playtime in MechWarrior 4 between all of the streams, and I need to start burning some of that up so I can actually get it off. I'm running out of hard drive space. It's a problem. Alright, get those two pinned. There we go, that was one, and that's the other one. Cool, alright. There we go, now should be everything that's going on. Oh, pussycat pushing its way up onto my lap. Chaser might also be because one of the daughters is wailing away at Final Fantasy IV behind me on the main computer. Nothing wrong with that. Final Fantasy XIV is a good game. I don't play it anywhere near enough. I got my account on there and everything, but I've barely gotten through the first one. But I enjoy it, I just don't have time for it. Having said that, I've been putting in a ridiculous amount of time into Lost Ark recently. Well, at least comparison to what I should be putting in. Hey, the Devil Risen. Yeah, so 40 average calls this past week, so I'm a little salty. Just busy at work, I take it. But I did manage to hit a 50 call day and top of the tech support pool. Work-related, yeah, work-related stuff. Cool. First time I've been able to catch a stream in a while. Well, welcome, Chaser. Yeah, I haven't seen you popping up for a while. Yeah, she loves it. I just chuckle when I tell her that the Gunbreaker was from a game I played at her age. Yeah, Final Fantasy VIII. Funnily, a lot of people's favourite Final Fantasy, not mine. I don't even have 7. I obviously played and finished 7, but I was more of a Final Fantasy 9 guy. I liked the really old Final Fantasies, and Final Fantasy 9 was basically what happens if you try and make like Final Fantasy 4, 5, or 6, and tried to make it in what was the modern PlayStation setup, and I thought 9 was fantastic. Yeah, 7 was good. 8 was interesting. There were aspects of 8 I liked and aspects that I thought it was just weird, but the summons were cool. Alright, so I think I'm all sorted out on this end. I think. So, now just trying to remember exactly where I was up to. So the Argos Hospital Bay is under production at the moment, 16 days out from being completed. That was a big expense that went through, and we're on our way to Feldur. I don't know if I can't actually remember if we've got a contract there or not, if we're just fishing around to see exactly what we can find. But we got time, so just advance through. Eight led Spoonie to do a 14-part series on why it was bad. Well, I probably wouldn't disagree with most of it either. The game itself mechanically was a little bit clunky. The bit that I did like, although I thought was a bit weird with Final Fantasy VIII, was the aesthetics. I liked the idea of the gardens. Essentially, you know, schools of learning that turn out to be flying. I'm a sucker for anything airship. I really like airships, and fantasy airships in particular. It's actually part of the reason why I like 9 so much. You start out on an airship, and then you get an airship, and you travel the entire world on an airship, and it's great. You play a half-human, half-monkey, dagger-wielding or a short sword-wielding swashbuckling assassin on a flying airship, essentially playing pirates where you summon dragons. It's great. Alright, so we've arrived, ready to proceed with our current contract. I guess. I can't actually remember what contract I selected before I left, so this should be interesting. It'll be in... I selected a battle, not an assassination mission. 3.5 Skull, Polar Region. I wonder why I did that. I was mainly looking for assassination missions. Oh, well, regardless, let's see what we've got. We've got the Battlemaster, we've got the Highlander in position, Marauder ready to assassinate anything that we decide we want to keep, and we've got the Black Knight. Running in polar environment, the Black Knight's not a bad pick because we're going to have the extra cooling from the snow and thing. The Battlemaster, pretty much the same. The Highlander is always a good pick because that thing is just a giant fucking face roll machine, and the Marauder... I haven't done the rest of the upgrades on the Marauder yet. I was looking for double plus or triple plus weapons for all of the Marauder's weapons, just due to, you know, turning it essentially into a sniper platform, which is what it is. So, yeah, we'll stick with that. I don't think I'll carry a support. I'll keep the Black Knight in. It is 3.5 Skull and it is a battle. There's going to be a few mechs, so the Archer might be a little soft. We have got the Victor. Could roll the Victor in. 240, although, no, Black Knight's got more armor than the Victor does. Yeah, 2 meters. It's I'm just trading for the AC-20. Yeah, no, in the hot environment, I'll stick with Black Knight. Alright, we'll deploy out. I've played hundreds of hours of 8, and I still don't quite get junctions. I remember I did be able to operate them fine. I completed the game twice, I think. Once drunk when I was 16 at a mate's place on a school holidays, and then I knocked it over again myself. But I couldn't tell you much about the mechanics now, other than I remember it was a bit clunky. Just the gunblade, and some of the general world aesthetic was really nice. I personally need to finish 9 on PC. Haven't played it since I was a teenager. Yeah, I keep meaning to buy it. I've seen it's up and available for sale on PC. I've still got my original disc from the PlayStation era. I haven't had a PlayStation in 2 decades. Still have Final Fantasy IX. It's it's one of 2 or 3 original PlayStation games that I have that I bought new at the time. Still got it sitting up in the cupboard behind me. No means of playing it outside of an emulator, which I can't actually do because I don't have a CD-ROM in my computer anymore, so I've got no way of reading it. But yeah, I really need to pick it up on PC and find the time to just play through it as well. DRG Mini looks a little different. Oh, the dragon. The configuration on my dragon is different, if that's what you're asking about. It's the same model, but I've changed mine around a little. And the Black Knight is a little more rounded in this than MechWarrior 5. Nope, the Black Knight is the Black Knight, exactly the same. I've played with mine a little bit to get its heat under control. I pulled a couple of guns out, because you could never use them anyway.
Command interface initiated.
But same basic principle. You've got to get into the mods to get the custom variants of things like the Black Knight. Oh, the Battlemaster. Bah. Sorry, I'm reading things wrong already. It's too early for this shit. Battlemaster. No, same deal. Same model, and again, the Battlemaster's been customized. Just a little. Trying to optimize its firepower, but also give it a little bit more cooling, because cooling, you can sort of get away in MechWarrior 5 just cycling the guns, running yourself right on the heat limiter all the time, and micromanaging your heat by cycling your guns, waiting a few seconds, and so on. In this, because it's turn-based, you don't have that option. You're playing on tabletop rules, and the biggest hold-up on all of your mechs to stop them from going completely ballistic is heat. You only have so much heat you can deal with. So most of my mechs have been tuned to optimize their armor, because I can only put 4 mechs on the field. So, and I'm often facing more than 4 enemy mechs, so they've been all optimized for armor and optimized for heat control as much as possible without sacrificing as little firepower as I possibly can. Except the Marauder, which is basically tuned into a sniper, which, yeah, I'm sure everybody's seen the last stream where I headshot like, what was it, 5 or 6 mechs, and it was the Marauder every single time. I mean, the model itself looks more rounded. It could have just been the hangar bay. They all use the same models. All the models in Battletech are using exactly the same 3D models that MechWarrior 5 uses, because all of them are taking their models from MechWarrior Online. That's how it works. It's literally the same 3D model. They've pulled it straight out of MechWarrior Online and shrunk it, and that's it. So yeah, they're all 3 games. MechWarrior Online, MechWarrior 5, and Battletech are all using the same models. I don't think anything's been done to customize any of them outside of the textures, outside of the texture sets. Alright, so we've got to destroy enemy units. Enemy units are up here near this town. Other side, looks like we've got a large ridge in the center with a ring of trees. We've got to walk up on this side. It looks like a cliff. Yeah, that'll be a cliff. They won't be able to walk up that. So, potential advantage on this side, but they do have the high point on the left and right that we'll have to walk out of for the depression. We've got this ridge here that we can potentially use to snipe up in this direction. We do have a pass-through here that looks like it could be for an enemy force to come through. Unless the enemy force is coming through this section, I don't think there's going to be anything coming in behind us. So, potential reinforcements from the right, potential reinforcements from up in this section of the map, and there is a kill zone here that we're going to have to fight our way through. If they crest the areas over here and here, and come around the ridge in the center, or the small hill in the center, that'll be a kill zone. So I'm thinking the tempting choice would be to send the Marauder up on this side, but the problem is, oh no, I might be able to get down. So then I've got the Marauder in a nice high position where I can provide cover on this side if they decide to push the kill zone, which I'm expecting that they will. So the Marauder can go over this way.
On my way.
I'm going.
See, Dotters, are there any four-legged mechs? Not in this or any of the current Battletech games or MechWarrior games, but yes, they do exist. Most of them weren't developed until after the clan invasion, and most of them fall into the super heavy class. So I think the first one was developed in the late 3060s or 3070s. Actually, no, sorry, I take that back. 3055 was the first one. It was actually a light mech. I think that was the... as an arachnid-based one. It's a four-legged light scout mech. I can't remember what it's called now, but there was one in there. G'day, the art of stuttering. There was one then. That's never shown up in any of the games, so that should be 3055 when that one was built and released, so just after Clan Invasion. The rest of them come in after about 3060 towards 3070 and fall into super heavy class. So these are mechs that are over 100 tons. Most of them are quads. And there's only a handful of them, because most of them are crap. But they're crap with a lot of tonnage. The heaviest one being the Orca prototype at 200 tons. But I'm pretty sure the Orca prototype wasn't made until after 2100 either, so...
Aye, aye.
Alright, so we do have one 65 ton, and we've got an 80 ton, and that's a vehicle. Alright, so I'm going to hold
Move order
the
received.
Marauder just here. And just brace him. Now, chaser quads do exist, but they're extremely rare.
They've
Yeah,
got a
they're...
sensor lock on me.
For the most part, anything
Good to
under
go.
100 tons that has quads is overkill. They're harder to maintain because obviously you've got a larger fission reactor for the weight, and you've got 4 legs to maintain now rather than 2. So while they do have some advantages in terms of, you know, you can lose a leg and still remain pretty close to full combat capable, they're very difficult to maintain, so they were never popular in lore. The other side of that is the quads that are over 100 tons, which are very rare just because these are over 100 ton mechs. They're all brand new, and they're not as versatile in combat because they're not particularly fast. Most of them are under 20 kilometers an hour. Ridiculous amounts of firepower, but under 20 kilometers an hour to get anywhere. So yeah, think like the worst Atlas ever. All guns, lots of armor, no mobility whatsoever, and it requires 4 legs just to stop falling over because it's carrying so many weapons. Get pulled apart by lighter mechs. So they are a thing, but not a common thing. Alright, so that's what I thought it was. That's just a Thunderbolt. I'm curious on where the rest of these mechs are. I thought I would have picked some of them up by now. We go with the Black Knight down this path as well. I might send the Highlander up around the left just to see what we can find, and I can have the Marauder back him up. Sind, arachnids have 8 legs. Yes, Sind. Arachnids have 8 legs, but the mech in particular, the light scout mech that I was talking about, it was designed to look like a spider.
Oh, I'm hit.
It's literally got a small forward cockpit. Its forward weapons are designed to look like spider fangs out of the front of the cockpit section. It's got a larger section to the rear where the main body and end of the spider, I forget the term for that is, would be at the back, is where the fission reactor's carrying, and then all 4 of the legs actually come out from the central section in the center and spread out with 2 going forward and two going rear, and they're super thin and insect-like. So the whole mech is designed on the basis of appearance of a spider. And I think it's like 30 tons. Alright, so we got a 65 ton, likely a Thunderbolt on this side, so yeah, I'm definitely sending the Highlander up this way. Chaser, there were 2 Star League era quads, the Scorpion and the Goliath, but those are the only 2 pre-clanners. Oh, I'll have to look up on those, I wasn't aware of them. Are there any mechs with more than 5 legs? Or 5 legs? No. No, 2s, 4s. I think there might have been a tripod built at some point. But in general, anything with more than 2 legs is not particularly popular and doesn't show up all that often. They exist in lore in much the same way that the Battletech mechs technically still exist in lore. What are we going to do here? Yeah, I'm just going to have to brace. I got nothing else I can do to get shots on. C-Dot is something like super heavy artillery carrier. Yeah, most of them, I think. I'm not sure if it's the Orca or if it's one of the lighter ones, but it has 4 long-tom artillery batteries. And it basically is designed to sit on the edge of a city and make the city go away.
Waiting for orders.
Or on the edge of a battlefield as far into the back lines as it possibly can and make the enemy's front line go away. You know, depending on how you want to deploy it. Alright, so if I get the Marauder to there, I might actually get a shot at this guy. And that is not what I thought it was. That is Jägermech. I don't have one of those. Although I don't really have much use for one, but if we can pop its head off, that'll be nice. So, 2 PPCs and a large laser, 95% chance to hit, precision strike to the cockpit. And nope. Marauder fails this round. Not a single hit.
Heads up, Commander. You've got hostile contacts inbound.
Here come the reinforcements. That'll be them popping up over here. So they're coming out of this section here and not off the left. Not off the right, rather. That's actually good. Because the right would have been right on my flank and would have been a bit of an issue. So.
Orders?
And it looks like they're trying to back off. No. I don't want you to back off.
Copy that.
And get up there, Decker. Alright, get Battlemaster side shots. We will hit them with everything in this. Hit everything with this Thunderbolt.
Firing all weapons.
I want to get its attention back over this way. Alright, I don't think I'll be able to get the Black Knight around fast enough. Where are the missiles coming in from? Alright, so that's either a catapult, an archer, or an LRM-20 carrier. It's sitting over near the city from the looks of it.
Waiting for orders.
Go for a sprint. I'm not going to be able to get a shot off this turn, but I might be able to get sensors out far enough to find out what the hell that was. And the next turn I'll be able to get into the tree line and start plugging the ground targets. And that's another set of missiles coming in. I'd say that's an LRM carrier. Yeah, that is coming from over here. It's past the city. Yeah, there's something up here. I reckon that's a pair of LRM carriers. Let's get the Highlander into position, and we're going to delete this Jägermech as quickly as possible. So we took a shot at taking it peacefully. It didn't agree, so let's be not so peaceful about it. Okay.
Enemy mech. Critical damage detected.
So that's the Jägermech severely disarmed. And that's about the only weapon it's got left. Oh, shit. Alright, that has to be dealt with. fucking shrikes.
Yeah.
Alright, you know what? I'm going to leave you right where you are. We're going to do a second precision strike. Because Jaeger mech would be nice at least for the purpose of selling.
Roger that.
Come on. Did we blow a cockpit out? No, we hit the head, but not enough to blow the cockpit out. Alright, that's unfortunate. Because the next round, that's going to be destroyed.
Showing minor damage.
Chaser, lore-wise, the 2 Star League ones were so rough a ride as well that no one wanted to pilot them as well, which is why they were, well, there are absolutely so few of them. Yeah, would make sense as part of the lore. What's the difference between a hailstorm and a long tom? I've been meaning to ask you. Well, this is an interesting one.
Standing by.
Calibers are really, really hard to lay down
Commander?
in Battletech lore. Because the ratings and the naming conventions for all the weapons, this includes all the autocannon types, is based on the damage that they can potentially do rather than the caliber.
Onward.
Long toms can be small enough to mount on, well, usually an assault mech, but you can sometimes get them to fit on heavies as well if you're willing to sacrifice everything else, although they tend to be snub nose. Or they can be massive artillery cannons that can smash the armor on dropships. And the caliber will vary on both of them, but they're both long toms. So, yeah, I wouldn't be able to answer that question. It's a side effect of the lore over the years and all of the tabletop rules shuffling stuff around so much that there's no longer actually associated calibers with different weapons. Like an AC-20, for example, in a mech. An AC-20 could be a 20mm cannon, but it could be a 150mm cannon as well. And they can both be an AC-20, based on how much damage they actually put out rather than the size of the gun that's actually in them or the caliber they have. So, yeah, it's just one of those very Battletech things. The Devil Within. So like a howitzer can all be different calibers, but it's still a howitzer. Yeah, sort of like that, except it's a little bit more aimed, a little bit more direct. A long tom, it's specifically an artillery cannon. But the size varies depending on what lore book you look at exactly what they are. Like if you go and look at the long tom artillery stumbling over my words here. The Long Tom Artillery Battery card from the Battletech game, which actually pulls its art and its description from one of the lore books for support units. The Long Tom, it looks like that German, the German rail artillery. You know, that stupid one you needed a locomotive to pull around that had like a 50-foot, 60-foot barrel. But then you look at a mech that's armed with a long tom, and it's got a snub that's got a barrel that's about the size of an AC-20. It just fires a really big shell. So, Sind, I had an uncle called Long Tom. No, I'm not making that joke on a stream. I don't want to get demonetized. There is jokes around there that I could make. Alright, so we're going to do a multi-target. Now most of this I want to put into the Shrike. We're going to go B with the 2 large lasers. And we're going to go the other 5 medium lasers at close range into the PPC carrier. Hopefully that'll be enough to get rid of it.
Splitting fire.
Damn it, didn't get through the front armor. That actually turned out to be a whole lot of nothing. I should have just focused and taken out the Shrike. More SRMs. LRMs, rather. Why the hell am I stumbling over my words so much tonight? It's not that late.
Commander?
Damn it, Mag. Speak English. We could delete the Shrike, or I could get a shot straight into the back of the Thunderbolt. I really don't want the Shrike to fire its PPCs again. You know what?
Locking in
Let's
all
just
weapon
dump.
systems.
There we go. Cool. Shrike's out of play.
Reporting. Vehicle destroyed.
That thing's got 3 PPCs and it's not going to miss again at this range. They really hurt.
I've been
Alright,
sensor
so
locked.
it's looking like the mechs firing, or the missile launchers over there, are actually mechs. That means I'm thinking pair of catapults. I think one of them was 60 tons. I reckon there's at least one catapult up there. Well, possibly, I don't know. We'll see. Alright, so Highlander up. Oh, we've got the LRM. Alright, so let's do a multi-target again. And the LRM-20 is going to be sent to B, because that's our indirect fire. We don't need the LRMs to go into A.
Engaging multiple targets.
Well, the Marauder couldn't get the headshot, but apparently the Highlander wanted to have it, so fair enough. Looks like we got a recovery there. Another PPC carrier. 3 hits on the Highlander.
Warning. Armor low.
Yeah, that's...
What do you
Those
need?
things are all sorts of nasty, so we need to get rid of that as quickly as
Heading
possible.
out.
Alright, so we're going to be blowing out our heat here at the moment. We're not going to get through the front armor, unfortunately, I don't think. Not in this round. We're going to put the large laser and 2 PPCs into the front.
Roger.
That'll at least soften it up for the next attack.
Reporting. Heavy damage.
And there's the Thunderbolt. Now we're going to get shots down on the Marauder. Okay, I can't let it do that. The Marauder's the softest mech that I've got here.
My armor's getting ripped off. What's up, boss?
Alright, so Decker, Battlemaster. $60, $65, $65. Shots, but we can't. Just have to advance the Battlemaster down. Another Thunderbolt. Yeah, I got a full lance over here at the moment. And looks like this is the whole reinforcement lance as well. Well, I'm going to fire the shot. Although in truth, got 365ers. Oh, no, we'll fire the shot because I'm probably going to uncover what the one on the ridgeline is in a moment anyway.
Firing.
We're going to have to back off. Yeah, we're really going to have to back off. We're just going to get pounded
Reporting.
to
Major
shit
armor
with
loss.
LRMs here. And there's not much we can do about it because our Battlemaster and our Black
Commander?
Knight are both set up for medium range. So I want...
Standing by.
We don't have a sprint option. Yeah. That's as close as
Move
I'm going to be
order
able to do
received.
to collect my rear. I'm going to have to retreat them both back around this hill and get them to come back down. Otherwise, we're going to sit in that there as a kill zone, and they're just going to pull us apart. Because they've got fire from the ridge line. That has a shitload of LRMs on it. That has a shitload of LRMs on it. And this thing is just going to come down and pull us to pieces. And I reckon that's probably a second Thunderbolt, at least. And yeah, my armor won't hold up to it. I've already lost a chunk off the Black Knight. The Battlemaster's going to lose a chunk more as well, and they're just going to get taken apart. So, retreat back, break line of sight, kill the Thunderbolt that's over here, and the SRM carrier, the PPC carrier rather. Take these two out over here, and then pull everybody behind the hill and get them to come to me and pull them into a kill zone.
Oh, Commander, I'm wounded.
Two of my pilots are now in hospital as well. Yep, we'll take there because that puts us in the on the edge of the tree line, so we get the tree line defense bonuses. Gauss rifle out, LRMs out. Three PPCs all into the left and all grouped.
Damage minimal.
I kind of need to keep the armor on that section.
Standing by.
Sea Dotters, Mags' hospital bills must be huge. Well, that's why I'm building a full hospital in my spaceship, so I don't have to pay the hospital bills anymore. Actually, that risky, but that'll be a good play.
Moving out.
Come on, come on, come on, do it.
Ooh. No
Really?
choice.
It's a tank, and you failed to fucking step on it. That's disappointing.
Losing lots of armor.
How on earth can you miss that? I have no idea. The guy who snipes heads like it's nobody's business managed
They've got
to
a sensor
miss.
lock on me.
Oh shit. Sensor lock on the Marauder. That guess where all the LRMs for the next round are going.
I'm receiving you. Position confirmed.
Marauder back into the tree line. I'm actually going to hit this one here because I actually hit it with all of my weapons. Try and rip its side open.
Roger that.
Left arm destroyed. Medium laser crit.
Inflicted
Good.
some heavy damage. Waiting for orders.
Alright. We can sprint now, so I'm going to sprint the Black Knight
No shooting.
this way, break
Just
line
running.
of sight. Alright, so that's one out. Now we've got to pull the Battlemaster around. Okay, that
I can't take much more of this.
was odd. That looked like two AC-5 autocannons and a bunch of LRMs firing all at once. Don't think they're SRMs.
I hate these guys.
Alright. PPC tank has to be taken out first. Oh, really? I don't have line of sight from there? must be blocking it. God damn it. Well, that was a wasted turn. Shrike is now going to fire its shot at the Marauder. Structure exposed.
Ah, crap. That shot went internal.
Back into the tree line a little. Kill the fucking thing. Thank you.
Move her down.
Half the
Reporting.
Battlemaster's
Heavy
armor's gone.
damage. Reporting. Internal damage. Standing by.
Decker. Sprint. And turn
Let's
back.
move.
Break line of sight. Alright, that should fuck them up.
Yes, Commander. Understood.
Now, I'm not going to be
Moving
able to
fast.
fire anything on the Black Knight for this round, so if I bring it up around to this section here, it's ready to move up onto the ridgeline and shoot down. Devil Risen, now I know how it feels to be on the receiving end of when I bring my LRM Lance out on a defense mission. Yeah, pretty much. This is how it's meant to work. Like, they're not doing this wrong. They're doing this very right. It's just a pain in the ass that they're doing it very right, because it makes it difficult for me to kill them. No. I'm going to actually call a semi-break here. I'm just going to park the Highlander in the trees. I'm just going to lob missiles over the ridgeline. No biggie. No direct line of sight. Just sit here and just keep harassing the Thunderbolt, because I want them to move down. I want to force them to move down this ridge. I don't want them sitting back up here. I want them to get down into this kill box so I can murder them.
Aye, aye.
Alright, the Marauder, I need to reposition at the very least to here, because its
Position
right-hand
confirmed.
side's been opened up. So I need to sit it over to this side of the fight, so its left-hand side's going to be taking the shots next. And it can brace for a turn and shield out. There we go. Right, Black Knight takes the hits.
I'm wounded.
3 head hits. That's 3 pilots in hospital now. Fucking Jesus Christ.
Orders? Orders?
Alright, let's see if we can get into a better spot.
We're rolling.
I'm glad I'm building the final upgrade for the hospital. Alright. Right arm destroyed.
Target's taking a critical hit.
Here comes. The Black Knight's going to be the focus for all the LRMs now, because the Thunderbolt is actually lighting it up. 2 hits to the pilot. Archangel's only got 3 points of health left.
Ready for orders.
Decker is not going to be able to get into a firing position fast enough. So I'm actually going to leave Decker here, so he can round out around this ridgeline once the rest of them pull in. Another LRM, a burst of LRMs coming in on the Black Knight.
Internal structure damage.
These are high skill pilots. The accuracy they're pulling off. Right. Delete it. Nope, not enough to delete it.
Enemy mech. Critical damage detected.
More LRMs. That was only an LRM-10. That was probably the Thunderbolt.
Ready for orders.
Bring them all back around. Change of plans. They're all coming through here, and I want to see if I can delete one of them very quickly. So if I get it here, I suppose I can waste a little bit of heat, but I don't want to waste too much. Oh, that's okay. Alright, so if I pull one PPC out, I'm only going to take a lick of heat, so I'm still going to be relatively cold.
Affirmative.
Not enough to blow that center torso, though. Alright, Black Knight can't tank anymore.
Barely hit, Commander. I'm ready. Waiting for orders.
No, I can't.
Ready for orders. Got it,
Pull the
Commander.
Black Knight back. Just brace it for a round. Come on, I need the rest of you to move down a little bit closer. Come on.
Yes, Commander.
Decker can brace another turn. You get the Highlander ready to take the ridge.
Engaging target.
Left torso destroyed, center torso destroyed, pilot incapacitated. Finally! Fucking
Enemy
Thunderbolt
mech
goes down.
destroyed.
Right, now they don't have a scout up here.
Commander.
So move forward one and hold.
Move order received.
Now, since I'm not doing anything for these turns, let's find out what is that one.
Got a lock.
It's a catapult. I thought there was a catapult up there.
Good to go.
Alright, so Battlemaster's mostly damaged on the right hand side. That's right, we're going to wait another turn. One more round here for him to close out. I just want the rest of them to get down. We've only got 2 on sensors. I want them to try and push up on us.
Standing by.
Probably best to put the Black Knight just here. Again, right hand side, so I want to keep left
Location
facing for
confirmed.
most of the enemy mechs. Come on, move down, come and find me. I can actually hit it with the Gauss cannon from here. Alright, I'll give that a shot.
Engaging target.
I don't think I hit it. I think the gauze kind of missed.
Yes, Commander.
Right, we're going to have to do this. So if I go out to the left, it's still a position in the forest.
Move into position.
Now that does expose the Marauder. Now I'll be able to see line of sight to the Marauder. We are going all weapons hot. Precision strike. And we are going for that enormous cockpit in the front of the catapult. We need 2 direct hits and we'll kill it.
Copy that.
I think we only got 1. Pilot hit, yeah. Head hit, pilot injured. Not going to be able to sustain. It just lost a heat sink. That's not good.
My mech is coming apart around me.
Alright.
Commander?
Decker needs to keep the right hand side of his mech covered. So
Moving to position.
the other 2 are still sitting up on the ridge line. Yeah, they're not coming down at all.
Engaging target.
And that was a shit shot. All the shots on the Marauder. Although, to be fair, I probably should have pulled the Highlander up in the last round and let it tank for a round. Yeah, they are just going to sit on the top of that ridge line forever and a day and completely not expose themselves. So again, going to keep the right hand side covered.
Moving to position.
At least I should have. I still don't have sensors on that one. It's just out of range. Not enough to even blow the ammo, so catapult's going to get another full burst out. I was kind of hoping we could take one of those racks off.
Armor blow through. Internal damage.
Alright.
Enemy mech.
Yep.
Critical damage.
These are elite
detected.
level pilots. That's taken 2 hits to the head. That should have killed it. That should have killed the pilot, rather. Pilot's still alive. This is not a 3.5 scale
That
mission.
shot got past my armor.
I'm here.
Well, the only thing that's keeping it a 3.5 skull is the fact that they're only running heavies and not assaults on this particular mission, but these are top-notch pilots, equivalent to my own. Fuck.
Coordinates received.
I'm going to lose the Marauder here if I'm not careful. Right, Thunderbolt is completely undamaged. So it is going to be our primary. Hopefully, 33% chance we'll pop the pilot in the Thunderbolt.
I copy.
No. No impacts at all.
My internals are taking a beating.
I'm not sure you meant to block with your face. Well, you're not. Which is how I know that this is not normal
Damage is
level
light.
mech pilots that we're facing. The number of headshots they're getting here is ridiculously high. They've hit 3 of my pilots so far, one of them twice. So they've gotten
Warning.
4 headshots.
Armor low.
in these rounds, and they're just pulling these mechs to pieces despite us having a tonnage advantage. So while at the same time having high enough evasion ratings that we're not getting headshots back on them, or outside of the one we got here, on a mech that had basically been disassembled anyway.
Receiving you.
This is, yeah, these are 10-point pilots, at least. Alright. Get rid of that catapult before it has a chance to actually get shots on. And all we take out is one of the LRM-15s.
I think I hit something good.
I want to know what that is. I'm not sure what that is. It's got double autocannons and a shitload of LRMs.
Armor low.
And it only 65... It's a rifleman. Rifleman with that many LRMs? The hell is that? Okay, and a Jaeger mech. So those are the snipers on the ridge line. At least I know what they are now.
Acknowledged. Reporting enemy battle mech down.
Finally.
Warning. Armor breached. Internal damage.
60 tons. It must have overheated itself and used the overheating ability, the heat dump ability. As that sounded like it overheated after moving. Chaser says, yeah, the Jaeger's the LRM boat up there, the Rifleman is the PPC variant. Yeah, I guess I just forgot that the Rifleman can actually pack that many LRMs. I was really expecting something like an Archer hidden up there. Although I couldn't work out the autocannon combination. Alright, so we're going to do a jump down.
Engaging jump jets.
Unfortunately, the Rifleman moved off.
All weapons committed.
I'm going to try and get a sniper and one hit from the Marauder and see if we can pop it up on the ridgeline without having to worry about it too much. But that's not going to be a thing.
On my way.
So we're going to have to take a crack at the Jaeger mech instead and see if we can have better luck on this one than we did on the last one. Alright, so on the head. And I'm dropping the large laser out, so it's just going to be a double fire of the PPCs. This probably won't kill it, but hopefully it'll at least get one. Got one in.
Battle mech power up detected.
Yeah, it was using its overheat ability, and it cooked itself, dumped its heat, and then its heat load rebuilt back up. So it just shut down to save itself.
Waiting for orders.
Clever, which is unfortunate because I don't really want it to be clever. Battlemaster is taking such a pounding at this point.
I copy.
Well, at least it's in range for all the weapons now.
Target's taken a critical hit.
Yeah, indeed, clever girl. Pilot injured. Alright, so we got a free shot on the pilot for the cockpit now.
I'm receiving you.
Yeah, 4% on head, but screw it.
Giving him everything I've got.
Either break the mech or break the pilot. I don't really care which. Or neither, apparently. G'day, Somerset Health Skull. How you going, mate? I'm getting all my mechs torn up again so I can have nice big repair bills, because apparently I like those. Alright. Let's get the Highlander. No, I want to keep the Highlander in line of sight of the rifleman, the Jägermech up here. Because I want it to try and keep things focused on the Highlander. It's got the most armor. I don't want the Jägermech focusing on the Battlemaster because it's nearly knackered.
All weapons committed.
Get rid of that piece of shit. I want it gone.
Enemy mech destroyed.
There we go. That's who I wanted you to shoot at. Very nice. Now we're going to snipe that, we get another shot, trying to snipe. Precision strike. Make sure they click the right spot. Right, double PPC on the Jägermech again.
Target confirmed.
And right arm blocked the shot to the head. The shame is here is this is the one I actually want to take the cockpit out. The rifleman would be something that I wouldn't mind having in my collection. Left arm on the Battlemaster gone.
Oh, that really hurts.
And another injury on the pilot, so
system
he's
down.
in hospital for like 2 weeks now. Nearly overheated itself again. It's right
Commander?
on its heat limit. Shit. This is getting risky. I'm going to turn hard left
Moving
and
out.
present the right arm and the right torso towards these two, because my center torso on the Battlemaster is nearly knackered. If he takes another hit, it's over.
Affirmative.
And I haven't got enough speed to actually be able to retreat the Battlemaster out of here. I've got to kill these in this
Orders?
turn. This has to end.
Engaging target.
The leg. You're going to hit the torso with that, maybe pop the torso. It might have been enough to take the pilot out.
Warning. Damage critical. All weapons committed.
Ammo explosion, pilot injured. Yeah, these are
Enemy
definitely
mech.
full on
Critical damage
high
detected.
point pilots. These guys just aren't dying in the cockpit.
Orders.
Alright. Headshot. Again. Double PPC. We can't fit the large laser in due to the heat load.
Locked on target.
No hits to the head. This mission must have big rewards. It's already cost you an arm and a leg. Hang on. I don't have my drum kit around here. I need a soundboard for the boom tish.
Ready for orders.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm already sort of thinking that whatever they're going to pay me for this mission is not going to be enough. It's definitely not going to be enough. Alright, large lasers again.
Good to go.
Decker can't actually hit it from here. And I can't... to move Decker back.
On my way.
I only get it with the PPC.
I copy.
CT destroyed pilot capacity.
Target
Alright,
eliminated.
that's fine. That's fine. That means the Jägermech, the rifleman is the only thing that's left that can actually shoot us at this point. It shoots the Battlemaster. Please don't shoot the Battlemaster. Shoot the Highlander.
I'm taking internal damage.
Yeah, I'm going to have to retreat the Battlemaster out of here now. But that's okay. That's okay. There's only one mech left. So, direct line onto the rifleman. And I'm going to precision strike with everything. It's only 18% on this mech against the rifleman, but hopefully we can do some damage on it. And I'm going to do it with everything, because on the off chance that the Gauss rifle actually managed to hit the cockpit, that ends it. That'll end it in one shot. Right torso, right arm destroyed. Side torso destroyed, pilot
Enemy
injured.
mech.
Alright, we
Critical
put a
damage detected.
point of injury into the pilot at least.
Long-range missiles depleted.
LRMs are out. Okay, that's fine. Precision strike again. Cockpit 35%, double PPCs.
I'm on it.
CT destroyed piloting.
Hostile eliminated.
Unfortunately, we're not going to recover the rifleman.
Mission successful.
Whatever we got paid for that, that wasn't worth it. Yeah, only 252, no bonuses whatsoever for taking out for destroying the supporting lance. Look at all that. 20 days, 10 days, 20 days. Two of my best, my sniper, two of my best pilots out for nearly a month. Battlemaster's fucked. The Marauder is intact but structural. Black Knight should be easy enough to put back together. Well, we recovered a catapult at the very least to offset some of the cost. So 2 parts. And we've already got 1 in storage. So that brings us a catapult that we can sell. Nothing really interesting in the rest of the salvage. Huh. Yeah, nothing really interesting here for the rest at all. Guess I grab the rifleman. We'll see what happens from there. We got one of the Thunderbolt bits, and we got the single plus PPC. Take a Jägermech part. Well, it's not that valuable with 1 part on its own.
That mech you wanted is back online.
No, I didn't really want the catapult. Well, I wanted the catapult as a selling option, but...
Nice to see you down here in the hole.
Alright, for first things first, where's the catapult? There's the catapult. We can throw that into storage so we can sell it later. I don't want that up here dirtying up my mech bay. Well, more, I don't want it costing me money to maintain it when I'm not going to be using it. Alright, so repairs on the Black Knight, pretty straightforward. Hopefully... No, the Marauder wants a refit. What got broke? Ah, blew a heatsink. Alright. Could have been worse. We just replaced the heatsink. 3 days, 35,000. The mech will be repaired faster than the pilot.
Logged and noted. Shouldn't be too hard.
Straight repair on the Highlander. No major losses on components, so that'll be okay. So 7 days to get these 3 up and running. Oh, this will be fun. Alright, so whole sections of the mech missing. What did we lose? What did we lose? We lost an SR, 2 Meads and SRM. Two Mead lasers and the SRM6. And that has us back on 85 tons. Alright, 8 days, 213,000. So that's most of the money we made on the mission outside of the selling of the catapult just to fix the Battlemaster. So that wasn't a particularly economical mission. Not in the slightest. But, anyways, that's our warm-up match done. That could have gone a little bit better, I think. I knew they were going to ambush. So Gunnery 9, Piloting 6, Tactics 6. Bonus for melee hit. Yeah, we probably want to push tactics up. I think it is 8 or 9 gives you the extra bonus to precision strikes, and we might need that one.
Mech warrior training complete.
Standing by.
Decker does not have enough points to advance in anything any further.
Good to go.
Neither does the main.
Standing by.
Commander.
I can push Medusa's piloting at 1 point. Might help with the melee hit, get it up to 20% base melee. Though I kind of want to hold off and at least get Tactics 10 as well. Yeah, we'll hold off the points there. Well, actually, while we're at it. 1, 2, 3, 4. We still have 4, 5. Alright, we got 5 mech warriors that we can still actually do stuff with. Okay, let's find ourselves another mission, and we might have to break out some of the B team for this one. Actually, yeah, I don't think the Battlemaster is going to be ready for a while. We can potentially wait 7 days until the Highlander's back up and running again, but I'm not waiting the rest of the time to actually get the Battlemaster up and running. We've got to do something in between just to get the extra money up. So, contracts, what have we got here? So we've got our next priority mission, but we're leaving that for the moment. We have Fort Observers, that's a battle, polar region, not what I'm interested in. Destroy base, battle, escort, battle, battle, and battle. Alright, so we don't actually want anything here. Yeah, I'm looking for stuff outside of the Urano restoration at this point. So we've been dragged back in, so we've got to get ourselves back out again. Alright, so that's a 20-day travel time, so that'll actually get all the mechs repaired and get all of our mech warriors nearly up and running. Now, where were we after? It's a battlefield planet. There was one around here I remember looking at. Periphery level civilization. It's not what we're after. Huh, here we go. Corita headquarters, moderate population, pirate presence, planet-wide storms, primitive civilization. Travel hub. God damn it. Wonder what happens if we push into Turian space. Oh, we probably wouldn't be able to get any contracts there. Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. I've got a battlefield. Back on Panzea, though. Manufacturing, Megacity, Moons. Alright, we'll do that. We'll take the 15 days to Mech-Tour. We've got a travel contract to Weldry, actually. Contracts. Let's just double check before we do that, just to make sure we haven't got one that'll pay our way. Where does this go? No, that's to Weldry as well. We're not, yeah, no, we don't want that. I don't want to go back and do the priority missions yet. So we go to Mech-Tour and we'll see
Calculating
what we can
course now,
find there.
Engines primed. All hands
I'm still amazed that Shrek didn't get stomped. Yeah, just that should have killed it. That should have one-shot killed it, but it didn't.
Docking sequence commencing.
You're going to need a 4-skull world and 4.5 to 5 skulls to find the really good mechs. Nope, you absolutely don't. What you need is at least a 3.5 skull. 4 skull is ideal, but a 3.5 skull, and you need assassination missions. That's how you get the big mechs. That's how you will efficiently get the big mechs. You do not need 4.5 and 5. Every assault mech that I've ever pulled out in this game, including the Atlases that I've had in the past, were all out of assassination missions at between 3.5 and 4 skulls. If you start going into 5-skull worlds and 5-skull missions looking for assault mechs, what you find is assault mechs. You do get them. But you get 3 lances of them that you have to fight off. And by the time the battle's done, if you actually manage to win, you know, you kind of need assault lancers to actually do those missions in the first place. But assuming you actually manage to win without one, the amount of damage that's been done to your lance essentially writes off the value of the cost. Like, you find yourself constantly having to cycle through months just to continually bolt yourself back together after them. It's not the efficient way to get them. You will find the mechs that you're after in those missions, but you'll lose your lance or near lose your lance in order to take them. So if you're playing the game in a way that you're not willing to just constantly let the clock tick, in order to be able to advance time and be able to essentially doing a mission once every 45 to 50 days because of the amount of damage that your mechs and pilots are taking. Yeah, it's not the way to do it. Now, hopefully, with the med bay up and running, these guys will be out a bit quicker now.
8.15 degrees to a nice orbit.
Job's done.
We've arrived at our destination, Commander.
Okay, we'll check the store first. Alright, so we have an awesome in here, which we've got one part for, but I would rather find one on the battlefield. Nothing else really interesting in the store. But while we're here, we're going to sell off the catapult. And we're going to sell the Zeus. We've made the decision on selling the Zeus. Actually, we're going to sell both of the Zeus. And we're selling the quick drawer as well, because all of those are a little bit long in the tooth, or not really what we're after. I'll keep these 3 just for nostalgia purposes. Alright, so that gets us back up to 6 tons. It gets us back up to 6 million credits, rather. Contracts. Now, show me the money. Or more to the point, show me the assassination missions, because that's what we're here for. Anytime. Alright, battle, attack and defend, battle, god damn it. That's interesting. There's a 5-skull mission with the Arano restoration here, and apparently we don't have good enough reputation with the mercenary, or we don't have good enough reputation with the mercenary review board. Not a good enough reputation with them. Okay. I really didn't want battles. Although, we have got an urban That'll be fun just because it's an urban battlefield. A high-tonnage directorate launch will shortly make planetfall at the behest of a group of petty nobles and commercial interests. Intel suggests it is the vanguard of a larger force of conventional tanks and infantry. They're scouting the region for a suitable landing site. We need a competent mercenary company to intercept the mechs and stop the invasion force before it gets underway. If their side of the allies tend any support, you are to wipe them all out. It'll be a mech company. It'll be a mech. The mech weights won't be much heavier than what we faced in the last round. There'll be 2 lancers involved, at least potentially 3. One of those lancers will consist entirely of ground vehicles, or one, waves, and the wave will consist of ground vehicles. That's what you'll face on that mission. But we don't really have anything else here, and I don't want to leave without doing at least one mission, so that's probably the one to do. At the very least, it's in an interesting environment, although we've got another one here. Intelligence confirms the Lance of Turian military units are engaged in maneuvers on Mekdur within a region we control. This is an aggressive action and the restoration operatives... More money, worse salvage. Less money, more. I think we'll do favour to regret. Difficulty level and reputation doesn't make a difference with either of these, and they're both urban battles, but I'm just looking at the options here. This one here is going to give us the option to take more money, but we can only take 315 max salvage. We get 419 here, which means I can potentially make better cash on it while still having a decent salvage. Not really what I was looking for. 315, 19. So yeah, I can still take 372,000 in raw credits to cover immediate expenses. Although we did just sell off all the mechs, so I can go all in and go 419. And try for the lucky rolls on whatever we take out. That might be the go. Yeah, we'll do that. Alright, so Highlander is good to rock and roll. Battlemaster is good to rock and roll now. Marauder is up and Black Knight is up. Black Knight will be much better in the city environment as well. I'll stick with that combination. And Decker. Medusa's already in the Marauder. It's the only issue I don't like here. 4-scale mission, I don't really have any good pilots for it. Looks like it'll have to be Shocker. We'll throw Shocker in the Battlemaster. And Gyrojet in the Black Knight, I guess. Although, no, Picnic in the Black Knight. 8 points in guts. Gyrojet's... No, we'll go with Gyrojet. I need the, I want the tactics and the gunnery. We're going to need the accuracy. Okay, we'll go with this one.
Mech warriors, prepare for combat.
All right. So what else has everybody else been up to? What else has everyone been up to anyway? I have no idea why I'm talking like this tonight. Probably should have got more than like 3 or 4 hours sleep last night. That probably would have helped. So anyone been getting on the Lost Ark bandwagon at the moment that everybody seems to be playing, or smashing out any other particular games? I've been I've been going back through my back catalogue. I'm thinking I'm probably going to pull out Strike Fighters soon enough. My the recent mission I did on DCS, so it was fun to go back and actually fly it. I haven't really flown DCS much in the last 12 months, but God, building that mission and working helicopters reminded me of all the bits of DCS that I didn't like, and why I haven't, despite loving the Hind, haven't thrown money down on the Hind yet. It really did. Alright, enemies detected in the area, Commander. Intel reports that the Directorate sent a pretty serious lance of mechs. Also keep an eye out for harassing units from the locals. Yep, there'll be a loose group of tanks and carriers floating around here somewhere. Not a lot, sadly. Normal weekly grind. Good luck. Nothing much. Bought the new Matrix film to watch later. Yeah, I haven't really bothered. I thought there was some potentially interesting concepts with the new Matrix film. At least what they were playing with. I thought there was a potential there they could have actually made a good movie.
On my way.
Playing with the idea of all this has happened before and all of this will happen again from the previous Matrix films, where it's supposed to have been, you know, the 7th cycle of the Matrix. And it was never... There was explained that there was always a 1. And the 1 was always the one that did the Matrix reset, which is what Matrix was, or what Neo was in the first Matrix trilogy. But it was never explicitly said that the 1 was a different person each time. And since everybody that is inside of the Matrix is essentially a clone, a vat-bred clone, I thought it was an interest. I thought there was a potential bit of interest in what I'd seen in the movie, that they could have been playing with the idea that the 1 is always Keanu Reeves' Neo. It's always exactly the same character. That is always the person that gets put into the cycle to complete it. But apparently that's not what happens, so this is why none of this is actually spoilers, and yeah, it's nothing like that at all, so I just sort of haven't been really interested in going any further with it.
Roger that.
Move order received.
Moving out.
I've been playing Red Dead Redemption 2 and Kestrel Lancers. Oh, Kestrel Lancers I finished. Red Dead Redemption 2 I don't even own. I really need to pick that up at some point, although I've been preventing myself from doing so because I made a promise to Deadmeat, who might still be floating around in chat, that I will play and complete Witcher 3 before I pick up any more games like that one. And I so far have not played or completed Witcher 3, so... But I'm a man of my word, so I'm not picking up Red Dead Redemption until I actually complete that one. So I have 2 fantastic games sitting there that I just haven't touched. I just got Nebulous Command. That's, God, yes, I meant to do a buddy... Hang on. I've had access to this for a while, if it's the one that I'm thinking of. Shit, just quickly strolling through my stream. God, I've got too much crap installed on this at the moment. Half of this I don't even play. It's just there. That's right, I've got to do Tiny Combat Arena as well. Yes, I have to get a video up of that next week. I know I've got this in here. Why can't I find it? Nebulous Fleet Command. Yeah, I got access to this quite a while ago and was meant to do a video on it, and I just never got to it. Sort of pixel art expanse. I've had a couple of rounds in it so far. It's good. It's really good. But yeah, haven't got to it. That's another one I've absolutely got to put a little bit of time into and put together a review for that one, I think, because I love supporting the indie game developers, and that is a really, really nice piece of work. I like that one. Probably have to spend some time playing it on stream as well. But I'll have to spend a little bit of time getting used to the mechanics into it first. I haven't put in enough hours to know them all, and if I'm going to do it on stream, I I want to know what the fuck I'm talking about. Alright. Yeah, let's get the sensors for the Black Knight looking down the street. Well, has one assault mech, at the very least. I didn't want to face him on a battle. I wanted to face it so there was only one. It means there's likely going to be at least one more. Potentially a full lance. Been replaying Surviving Mars. Hey, that's always a good one. Actually, I've still got to grab the Green Mars expansion and give that one another crack as well. It's a 65 ton. That's a bit of a drop off. Okay, maybe this one's going to make a liar out of me and it's going to change it around so there's only one assault. Although I'm not hugely confident of that. Right. I'm not clearing the corner on any of these yet either. I'm just going to bring everybody up to the edge. Because I would like to know what that 100 tonner is before I bring it into line of sight. Well, I don't want anyone who can't tank it either.
I'm listening.
Right, Shocker in the Battlemaster. Doesn't... it would be real... God, it would have been nice if Shocker had sensor lock.
Heading out. Mm-hmm.
I could have another mech sneaking up my ass at the moment. I've got all my sensors pointed this way and I have no idea it's coming up behind me. Yeah, definitely going to have to get a couple of indie game reviews going on very, very, very soon. Nebulous Fleet Command is going to be one of them. And obviously, Tiny Combat Arena, because retro flight simming, I have to. I haven't actually played it yet. I've got it installed on. It's ready to rock and roll. I'm planning on jumping on that tomorrow and starting to go through all the nits and bits about it for a review. And that one I'm absolutely going to be streaming sometime soon as well. I don't think it'll take me too long to pick that one up. No, what I'm going to do here, I'm going to reserve Medusa. I want to reserve Medusa.
Good to go.
Yeah, I'm going to reserve Gyrojet. I'm going to reserve everybody into the last round because I want Hunter to clear the corner first and give me an exact ID on what both of these are. Then I want Medusa to come around the corner to headshot the 100 tonner. Hopefully an Atlas. I'm hoping that'll be an Atlas. So we're going to reserve again and just leave everybody just stacked up on the corner. Let them have their turns. Right, 65 tonners coming down. 65's the Thunderbolt. Okay. Right. Party time. So, Hunter clears the corner first. What have we got? Annihilator. Alright. It's not an Atlas, but I'll take it. I'll take it. Full barrage on the Annihilator's head. We did hit the head. Good. That'll be an injury. Annihilator should now engage the Highlander. Cool. That's what I wanted it to do. The Highlander can take the hits. If I brought anything else around the corner, the Annihilator would have just ruined that thing. 80 ton, 60 ton, 80 ton. I didn't actually catch what the 80 ton was. I don't know if we've got an ID on that one yet.
Aye, aye.
Alright, Medusa clear the corner next. Actually, Medusa don't clear the corner next.
Standing by.
Alright, Black Knight. Let's go
Yeah.
Shocker next. And advance up.
Moving. Mm-hmm.
Shocker's going to go for the Thunderbolt.
Take this. Mm-hmm.
Terrible, terrible, terrible aim there. And here comes the 80-tonner. Do I get a glimpse? It's an awesome. Alright, so we've got 2 mechs here that I want. I want that awesome and I want that annihilator.
That ripped up a bunch of armor. Ready for orders.
Unfortunately, this is going to be one of those, probably going to be an example of what I was saying about efficiently taking down mechs. This is gonna, unless I get some really lucky shots off here, I'm gonna eat some pretty serious damage. All right, so we're gonna take out the Thunderbolt with the Black Knight as well. What I'm actually doing here.
Copy that.
I think this is gonna tank a load of damage. What I'm gonna do here is what I'm trying to do rather. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to do it, unfortunately. What I was trying to do is see if I can cut myself an angle where I could have a firing solution with the Marauder on just the Annihilator, while the rest of them were blocked for line of sight. It looks like the Thunderbolt's still going to be able to hit me, which is unfortunate, but of all the mechs, it's the one I'm least worried about. It's just the trash that I've got to get out of the way for a clean shot at the... Clean shot at the awesome. Yeah, clean shot at the awesome and the Annihilator. Because the Marauder is the most vulnerable, and if the Marauder gets targeted by the awesome and the Annihilator at the same time, the Marauder's fucked. Like, end of discussion. It's done. And we don't have enough for a precision strike. Alright, well in that case... I'm going to sensor lock the Thunderbolt. There we go. We got inspiration, which means next round I'll actually be able to cycle the Annihilator.
Heads up, Commander. You've got hostile contacts inbound.
More? Really? Hopefully they're a bit away. Right, so Medusa now gets a shot. Precision strike. On the Annihilator, going for the head. All weapons are going to be involved in this.
Got it.
Head destroyed, lethal damage, Annihilator's down. Alright, so that's the big one. That's our, we're putting that in our pickup, and we're taking that one home.
Waiting for orders.
Alright, so I'm going to bring the Black Knight out a little bit wider. And again, I want to pull out this Thunderbolt and get it out of the way. It's going to run an overheat, so let's pull, at this range, let's pull the large lasers out. And just go for the mediums, and we'll actually lose heat for this cycle.
Engaging with target.
Street Fighter 3228 Mech Warrior Edition. Yeah, I do like the urban maps. It's a shame they don't come up quite as often as you would like. Mainly because there's not a lot of worlds that actually have full-on cities like this. You've sort of got to go to high population worlds, and most of the time you're playing out in the sticks.
Warning. Armor low.
What are you? It's a rifleman. Yeah. High skill, unsurprising. We've got an ace pilot here. It's alright. Just got to keep the trash under control while I get rid of the two assaults.
Right,
alright, so Hunter's up next. And the Awesome is our target. I do love how they walk around the streets, and as they hit the cars and trucks on the ground, they actually crush them. So again, we are doing a precision strike. to the head, 18%. All weapons are going to be involved in this one as well, exactly the same reason as last time. Something here. Looks like we got missiles on the cockpit. Yep, we did. Okay, that's okay.
Enemy mech. Critical damage detected.
Highlander tanks the awesome, which is what I want to happen.
Reporting.
Shocker can go wide.
Location confirmed.
And that'll close range on the targets to make up for her lack of aiming ability. Their pilot skill's pretty low. And she's going the Thunderbolt as well. I don't want to put excess damage on the Awesome because I want to make sure we can pop its cockpit. Everything we've got in the Thunderbolt.
Affirmative.
Now we're going to actually have to destroy a mech here, I think, to actually have enough... Whoa, hang on. Oh, 70-ton vehicles. Alright, so we got heavy and probably assault vehicles that are coming down the street to support these guys, so we got to do this quickly.
Ready for orders.
Alright, Medusa does have enough points for another snipe. Right. So I can bring it in, the Marauder in behind the Highlander. That gives me line of sight to the Awesome.
Got it.
Now, I'm not going to be able to fire everything, obviously, so we pull the large laser out. Meads won't be enough. Alright, I'm going to pull the large... I really need as many shots as I can at that cockpit. Risky, but I'll keep the large laser in.
Acknowledged.
I didn't select Precision Strike then, did I? I just completely fucked that up, didn't I? I think I did. God damn it.
Orders.
Yes, you did. Okay. Oops. Alright. Advance the Black Knight up and across, see if we can get into the side of this Thunderbolt. Take advantage of the fact we've got some water here, large lasers on as well.
Affirmative.
Come on, break something on it. Damn, we got assault trucks coming through too. Whoa, that's a lot of PPCs.
Still going though.
Yeah, these trash mechs are slowing us up.
Warning. Armor low.
Armor's about falling off right there. Commander.
I can't. I gotta keep the focus on this Thunderbolt and get rid of it. I can't afford to go melee, because if I go melee against the Thunderbolt, I'm going to be giving my back to an Awesome and a Rifleman, which is stupidity of the highest order. Alright, I'm going to pull the PPC out of this one, just so we can start dropping some heat. They really don't like the Battlemaster, do they? No, the Battlemaster seems to be taking the hits the most.
Firing at him.
Thankfully, it's kind of built for it, but it's better than the Black Knight taking it.
Warning. Armor low.
The Highlander's not going to be able to keep up with that. What gets me more is the amount of attacks that we're putting into like a mech like the Thunderbolt. You know, it's just a 65-ton shit mech. And with mechs that completely outclass it weapons-wise and weight-wise, and how much damage it seems to take, I'd really like to see some of the background code for these mechs. It does feel sometimes like they've got more armor than they should have by a significant amount. I don't think they do. I think it's just my imagination. It just... sometimes you do wonder. Sometimes you really do wonder. I don't want to put excess damage on the Awesome. And I don't want to waste the small amount we've got on this next strike. So I'm going to back the Highlander off. Because I might actually need to jump it around a corner of a building. I'm actually going to focus the next shot straight at the Thunderbolt. See if we can get this Thunderbolt taken out so it's just out of play, it
All
and its weapons
weapons
gone.
emitted.
It's still
Enemy
standing.
mech. Critical damage detected.
Sea Dotters, again, I don't know much about MechWarrior lore, but is there a mech named after a shark? And if so, can you put a laser on its head? You can put a laser on the head of every single mech, and there probably is one named after a shark. There is an entire clan named after the sharks, named after a shark.
Systems holding.
Or, well, named after the animal, at least. Yeah, probably. I don't have the names of every mech memorized off the top of my head. Just most of them.
Moving out.
Alright, so that's what I was concerned about, because now I've blown out my chance at actually getting 4 hits. So we're going to have to drop the large laser. Although it might be better. Nah, the PPC's still going to blow out the heat. Destroyed. Pilot lethal damage. Thank Christ. Alright, the Awesome is out of play. That's 3 PPCs
Tango
down.
down.
2 assault mechs for recovery. Although I doubt we'll get the Awesome.
That one tagged me good. What's up, boss?
Alright. Garajet. Just hit it with everything and kill it, please. Thank you. That's the
Might be
ship
some
mech
good
down.
salvage there.
There's no good salvage in a Thunderbolt, at least not at this point in the game. That has to be dealt with. That's
My
more
insides
dangerous
are
than the
getting
Jaeger
beat
mech.
up.
Super PPC carrier.
Ah, I'm hit. Oh, think your ribs broke.
Rifleman's now going to go into the Battlemaster. Please don't blow up. Another 80-ton vehicle. That thing has 4 PP strapped to a turret? Yes. That's exactly what it is. It's an assault tank. And yeah, it's more dangerous than the Jaeger mech, than the Rifleman. Straight up more dangerous than the Rifleman. I'm not sure what that one is. Hopefully it's not another one. But yeah, this needs to die, like now.
All
Immediately.
weapons committed.
Okay, that's 4 PPCs out of play.
I copy. Got this bitch back up now.
There was said to be a bull shark. Is a 95-ton assault mech found in an abandoned jump ship in this game? Yeah, could be. I'm not familiar with that mech at all. Shit. What am I going to do with you? I'm actually going to... This might be cowardly, but I'm actually going to run the Battlemaster out of here.
I copy.
It's probably got more armor on the back section of it than it does on the front at the moment, so I'm not too concerned about exposing my back a little. Gallant urban assault vehicle. And I get head sniped. Shocker's dead.
I'm here.
Yeah, I'm going to back off the Marauder. There's another pilot in training that's been eliminated. It's not one of my top pilots, so I'm not super heartbroken about it. It's more annoying than anything else. Alright, let's go for the headshots on the rifleman and see if we can actually drop it on its ass. It would be nice.
Taking the shot.
Well, we got the head hit at the very least.
Got past his armor.
How many friggin' head snipes has it been in this campaign? A few. There's been a few. Actually, I think I've lost all of my pilots to head snipes so far.
Standing by.
I'm not even going to bother moving the Black Knight at this point. He can tank whatever damage is coming in, and... What? You've only got a 5% chance. I'll take it. I'll take the 5%.
Acknowledged.
No, nothing hit. But that's fine. Just rip open the front of the rifleman's armor. Another SPPC carrier.
Warning. Damage critical.
Shit. All the snub PPCs.
All weapons committed.
Alright. That's that one down.
Enemy unit destroyed. Warning. Armor breached. Internal damage.
And that one shot down at the Marauder, because they can't leave the Marauder alone. Whoa!
Multiple weapons. Ammunition depleted.
That blew all the ammunition reserves in my legs out and dropped my Highlander.
Receiving you.
Precision strike. I still haven't got the heat budget. Come on, please.
Firing on target.
Pilot, lethal damage. Alright. Rifleman's out of play. They're out of mechs now.
Tango down.
Bulldog's going to get a free shot at the Highlander while it's on the ground. Thankfully, only thing I've lost so far is the ammunition in the Highlander. And Hunter's going to be in hospital
Warning.
for, you know...
Armor breached. Internal damage.
Receiving you.
No, I am not going to walk in because there's a chance that won't get the kill. And I've got side shots on the urban assault vehicle, so I should be able to kill it with just guns. Thank you.
One more for the trashy.
Where were the double heat sinks? That's a good question. I know I've already lost one in there. Hopefully that was the leg that was full of normal heat sinks.
Battle mech. Operational. Leg damaged. Speed reduced.
No shit, Sherlock. Yeah, we lost all our SRM-6 and LRM-20 ammunition.
Engaging target.
Really? That was a shot. I suppose you suppose you've just been smacked around in the cockpit and you just fell over in a Highlander, so I can forgive you for
What do you need?
having shit aim for this round.
Locked on target.
Alright, so the mission proved me right in the end.
Move her down.
This is why you don't do the high skull missions in order to try and recover mechs. I'm going to get potentially two assault mechs out of this, one of them a 100-ton annihilator. This is good. I lost a pilot, and I've had two of my mechs essentially wrecked in order to do that.
Mission successful.
So you get what you want, but the price is extremely high, and the risk is extremely high. It's not an efficient way of doing things. So 127,000. Yeah. Battlemaster is... What did we lose? We only lost a jump jet and the ammo. Double heat sinks were... we lost the left leg. Yeah, which only had that. The double heat sink was in the right leg. Alright. We got off lucky there. And nothing else was taken out. The Battlemaster is mostly intact, other than the fact that its head was completely sheared off and we lost a pilot. Uninjured. I took injury. Ah, yes, I've got the bloody the head upgrade, the cockpit mod in there. So that's what just saved my pilot there. Well, saved myself the injury. So we've actually got nobody else in hospital. It was only Shocker. Yeah, time for new... Well, I already had new heats, new meat, unfortunately, but all of it, the problem with this one is the meat is untrained, and I need trained meat at the point that I'm getting up to. Unfortunately, that was one of the pilots that I was training. But the fun part, we take our payment, we now have an annihilator. And I'm taking one part of the Awesome. We are going to recover the Awesome because I've already got two parts of the Awesome put away, apparently. So that's it. Two more assault mechs to the lineup. And we'll see what we get on the rest of the rolls. Okay, so Annihilator. We got the Awesome. We got one part of the Rifleman. And, of course, we got one part of the Thunderbolt. Because, you know, they're going to give us that one. LRM-10 Plus. Mainly crap. Mainly crap for the rest. But, yeah, Annihilator and the Awesome, that is totally worth it. Well, yeah, you know, a pilot in exchange for an Awesome and an Annihilator at this point, yeah, I'll go with that. Yeah, I'll go with that. I'd rather not have paid the pilot, but Alright, mech that truly lives up to its name. The awesome 8Q mounts a frightening trio of PPCs that can destroy, knock out, or debilitate any target in no time. It's ungainly, but it can shrug off huge amounts of incoming fire. Yes, it's awesome. It's awesome.
That mech is ready to fight, Commander.
The Annihilator is an extremely rare mech that is essentially a mobile siege tower. It can kick out more damage than almost any other unit in the field. It's unbelievably slow, though, and poorly armoured for its size. Well, yeah, I suppose it is 100 tons, poorly armoured. Poorly armoured for its size is relative, because its size would also be compared against an Atlas, which is an Atlas. Are we going to need to do some mech repairs? Yeah, I know, we're going to put the head back on the Battlemaster, and Shocker has died. So, 4 pilots down: Shocker, Barak, Glitch, and Behemoth. Damn shame. We're going to need new pilots. We don't have enough meat anymore. Alright, hiring hall. We're going to need some replacements. Who have we got? Unfortunately, they're all going to be crap. Yeah, look. 5, 3, 8. Only 2 with 5, and 5 is barely good enough to be able to aim the guns in the right fucking direction. 3, they'll shoot their own friggin' legs off. Wait, so Decker is still alive? Yeah, Decker is my second best pilot at the moment. So yes, I've managed to keep Decker alive. I'm trying to keep Decker alive for this entire campaign, because one of the achievements I don't have in this is the achievement you get for keeping Decker alive all the way to the last mission. I do not have that achievement. Decker has always died on my previous clears. I'm trying to keep him going just because of that achievement. God, yeah, all shit. Shit pilots. I'm gonna have to start doing some lower skill mission, or lower difficulty missions, just so I can train these guys up. 2, 3, it's 27,000. I don't like any of these. Yeah, I don't like any of these. We might have to look at another planet. How are we doing for actual mech warriors? What's our current count? Yeah, we've only got 7. We had enough that we could field 2 teams, but... or each pilot had a rotation. Well, yeah, 7. I suppose picking up one of the 5 gunneries would match up with Gyrojet and Marvel and Picnic, and I'll have to run some shit tier missions to actually level them up. So I don't really want one with multi-shot.
511. Expected approach time 41.
Yeah, I'm going to have to wait till another planet. The only ones that are reasonable there already have their skills selected, and they're not skills that I want. Not for this pilot, anyway. Alright, mechs. Let's take a look at what we've got. So, we have the Warhammer, the Dragon, the Victor, and our new shiny Awesome. Which is awesome. Very nice. That thing's going to need some... We'll do some adjustments to that one. Actually, no, we'll do some adjustments to this right now. Refit. Right. How is your armor looking? Your armor is not looking anywhere near as high as I would actually like. So, we need to find some tonnage on you. And we also need to move some of these heat sinks around. So I want the heat sinks out of the arms, because they're just asking to get shot off. Senator. Alright. Don't really like this. We're going to pull 2 heat sinks out, just to free up 2 tons. So I can push our armor up. lose another heatsink, aren't we? So I can pull most of the weight. Yeah, pull most of the weight. Go down to 60 on the left arm, because the left arm is just basically a shield. There we go. Okay. So we've lost 2 heat sinks, which is going to kill a little bit of our heat efficiency, but it's not too bad. We're going to have to watch the cycling anyway. We have got the small laser. I should have actually pull the small, because I'm never going to use that thing.
Negative XO. Sensors clear.
Alright, and that gives us 100 armor on the left arm for a shield for the left torso. 130 on the right arm because it's got a PPC into it. Maxes out the forward armor on all without actually lowering the rear armor. So this thing just become a tough nut to crack, which is exactly the way I want it to be. Yeah, we'll leave that where it is, and all of the heat sinks are now in points that are less likely to just get exploded. Marauder is actually in pretty good nick. It didn't take much. Highlander, you're going to need some refits. Thankfully, nothing major, so repair all. Equipment. We apparently don't have any assault class jump jar. They're only here. There are.
New equipment available.
Buy a couple just so I got a spare.
New equipment available.
We got a cockpit mod as well. Alright, we're going to grab the cockpit mod. Now, jump jet. LRM, SRM. Double LRM ammo and SRM ammo. Alright, confirm 5 days to get the Highlander back into position.
I'll let you know when that's done.
Annihilator we'll look at in just a moment. Battlemaster. Looks like just a repair. 54,000, and it should just bolt the head back on, because that's all that was actually lost. Which is disappointing to think about. The mech itself was in trouble, but was otherwise intact. And, yeah, then just goodbye. And the Annihilator. Alright, so we got 1,000 armor on this thing as it currently stands, which is nowhere near enough, because they're right. This thing doesn't have enough armor on it for a 100-tonner. We've got all 4 AC-10s, and the AC-10 ammo sitting in the chest, which is about the dumbest place in the world to actually put it. And put it in the legs, so if it explodes, the worst thing that can happen is you lose a leg, and the rest of the mech stays intact. Huh. They've actually got the BSC in it. Alright, a little bit of, they call them the ballistic siege compensators, but it's supposed to be the ballistics computer and command computer. Alright, so a little bit of lore about the Annihilator. The Annihilator was originally intended to be a bit of a command mech, and it had a a command and control computer in it that was supposed to help it work with other mechs, improve its aiming of its own weapons, and allow it to command on the battlefield. But the computer was very vulnerable to damage, and one of the few places that actually made the parts needed to repair it was bombed in the first Succession War. Right at the beginning of it was destroyed. So all of the Annihilators, which were really new mechs at the earliest stages of the first Succession War, their computers broke very early on and was essentially not repaired, so they just got torn out and they turned into the Annihilator that we all know. It's just a big, as it was described, a giant siege tower covered with AC-10s. It's interesting that they've got a BSC in there, and this is obviously not using any command stuff, so it's got no command and control capability, but they've got a ballistics computer incorporated, because it's one of the things that it would have had that it technically shouldn't have at this point. So that's interesting. I didn't realize it had that in there. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do?
This is an all-ship announcement. There's something...
Alright, so for vulnerability's sake, I'm actually going to pull the AC-10 out of the arm and pull it into the left torso, so the left arm just becomes a shield arm with a medium laser in it. Unfortunately, I can't do that with this side. It would be nice if we could, and pull all the ACs into the torso. Now, we're going to need to lose some weight. And I'm not going to sacrifice an autocannon, and I'm not going to sacrifice ammunition, so we're going to have to do the same thing as we did with the Awesome. I'm going to pull 2 heat sinks. It's going to make this thing really heat inefficient, and it's going to take a bit of management to actually get this thing to manage its heat. But wow, that's how low we are on armor compared to what we could be carrying. Let's just maximize all of the armor and see exactly how much we need. Damn it, we need another 2 tons at least, and this isn't even boosting the legs yet. The medium laser in this side.
All crew, fall in at your base station. Fall in at your base station.
Chaser says, most Annihilators during this time come from the Dragoons, which for certain reasons are much better repaired than most. I like how you say for certain reasons, avoiding spoilers there. Although you probably don't need to. I mean, the lore on that particular part is, what, 30 years old now? At this point, I think the spoiler tags have expired. But you are right there, mostly. Not all of them came there, though. So, okay, I suppose that would make sense. You just write it off as the reason why we've got the ballistics computer installed on at the moment is this one here was purchased by the Turian Concordant from the Dragoons. And that's why you get away with it. So... that's tempting. Although this is very much an all eggs in one basket situation if I do this. Yeah, fuck it, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Just pull 3 of the autocannons for the moment. Pull that heatsink off as well. Twin AC-20s. AC-10. Heat efficiency is still dropped low, but that's pulled us below the tonnage, and I can put a little bit of extra... Should we get that AC-10 back in? No, that's going to push us over. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. 80. Gets us up to 95. Firepower still is pretty close to what we were before with that mod. Now we pull 2 tons of AC-10 ammo out. And we want to go 1 ton of AC-20 in each leg, and then we want to pull 2 of the heat sinks out of the legs and throw them in the torso. Put an extra ton of AC-20 in on each. And then we go equipment. We want to put the it's the single plus cockpit mod up the top. And heat sinks. Shame we don't have doubles. Right. So, what we've done is we've sacrificed one of our 4 AC-10s and turned it into 2 AC-20s and 1 AC-10. Kept the Meade lasers on board. We've managed to retain most of our heat sinks. We've only had to sacrifice a couple, and we've managed to absolutely max out all of our frontal armor and bring up our leg armor to 180 points on each. The only area we've skimmed out on is the armor on the left arm. It's only got a Meade laser in, although I suppose I could do that on both, but there's not really much of a point. And we haven't touched our rear armor at all either. So that should make us a little bit tougher. It's going to take 10 days to do that modification.
Logged and noted. Shouldn't
But
be too hard.
yeah, that should make the Annihilator a bit of a beast. And that's about all we've got to do here. So, with... is there anything else mission-wise we need to do? Is there anything else low enough that I can send the Lobies out on at least for a time? No. 4s, 4 half, 4, 4... Nah. Nah, there's going to be nothing here for it. We've got to leave. We have to leave. We've got to go back to a lower scale planet so I can start training the newbies while everything else is done. But it'll give us an excuse to bring out some of the lower mechs anyway. Point though, there are newbies out there still. Yeah, this is true. That's why I haven't said the reason why. I'm not going to break the spoiler either. I found it funny that you that you automatically put the spoiler out there. If anyone wants to find out what that is and doesn't care about the spoilers, go to sana.net and search Wolf's Dragoons. And you'll find your answer there. Alright, that is... yeah, 2.5 scale. That's more appropriate for training, although... we'll probably do 3 scale. What's the weather conditions there? We'll go to hero first. See if anything pops up there that's appropriate.
Calculating course now, Commander.
So now I'm breaking away. I'd like to still look for assault mechs, but we really need to train up our Lobi pilots. Like, that was one of our Lobi pilots that we just lost. It was the best of the Lobi pilots, but it's still another one. We really need to get some pilots trained. I've lost way too many. Every single one of the pilots we've lost so far, I've been pretty sure has been to a headshot.
For you, Commander.
Alright, so $500,000 in operating expenses. That is not a problem. I'm fine with that. I will just keep it on 0 for the morale. Drop 1 medium. I like to keep the mediums in there if I can, just as something to shoot when I can't shoot the autocannons. Continue through. Well, he'll make a hell of a sniper mech, as I've done that on mine. Yeah, it shouldn't be terrible. Alright, happy birthday. You bump into Medusa in the corridor and notice that he is in unusually high spirits. What's new, you ask him. Medusa grins. I don't want to make a big deal out of this, but today is my birthday. Hey, congratulations. You survived a whole, anniversary of your birth in my mercenary company. For the amount of deaths we've had, that's something special. Alright, Argo Lounge. Throw the party in the lounge. Yes, we have the lounge, so let's take advantage of that. That evening, you invite Medusa and a small party to the lounge. A senior staff and a few mech warriors are in attendance. You say some flattering things about him, and then general acclaim summons Medusa to rise and give a speech. After a couple of hours of food, music, and light drinking, the party starts breaking up, and everyone wanders off in a pleasant mood. Later that evening, you find a thank you note from Medusa on the floor of your personal quarters. Apparently, your gesture meant the world to him. Morale increased by 1. Medusa has gained the following tags for 30 days. High spirits. Excellent. And deserved. Medusa is the pilot of my Marauder, so I can thank him for all the yummy mechs we've been picking up recently. Now, lasers are for disco death mode. Yeah, that they absolutely are. Although it'll be funny now, because I can actually technically train my newbies by sending them out in, a Highlander and a and an up-armored Annihilator.
Now entering synchronous orbit.
Looks like we've arrived, Commander.
Okay. We'll have a look at the store. This is a pleasure planet. There might be something interesting here. Assassins, blackjacks, javelins, crap, quick draw. Warhammer, I've already got one of those though. I've already got a Victor as well. LRM 20, single plus. They got LBX. Yeah, nothing too interesting there. Right, hiring hall. More important. HAL K9. That's not terrible. Not ideal. I don't mind Bulwark. Bulwark and sure footing doesn't work as well as it once did. I could possibly work with that. 4, 5, 6, 3. Two, 3, 3, 3.
Yes, Commander.
Marek Poor, merchant ship crew.
Good to go.
Entry level corporate, Marek Poor.
What do you need?
Gurren Commoner and Tinker. Certifications and formal education are a luxury for many marginal workers cannot afford. Often a local tech expert is self-taught through trial and error, motivated by desperation. Pirate crew. Pirate captain. Command of a pirate dropship is determined by ruthlessness and competence, not superiority. Pirate crews are notorious for outstanding captain. Right, so he's a former pirate captain. 2322.
Receiving you.
Steinapore, merchant ship crew.
Receiving you. I'm receiving you.
Yeah, I think we'll go for Unruly. We'll pick up the Marek pilot. 33.8 to recruit with a 20.
Commander,
Yeah,
I'm here.
20,900 base salary. And a blank
New mech
scorecard in
warriors
regards to
available.
skills. So that will be the one we train. That's not terrible. The pirates can trigger off some rather interesting events, especially considering that we have very little to do with the pirates at the moment. They don't like us very much. We keep murdering them whenever we have the opportunity. So it's generally better to avoid them if you can, unless you're going for something where you're a little bit friendlier with the pirates. Alright, Fort Observers. That is a battle. Assassination mission, 2.5 skulls. That's probably got a heavy that we could sell in the end of it. That'll make some money for us. 2.5 skull assassination mission for the Capellans. That's alright. We'll pick up some Capellan reputation on that one, which would be good. Corporate secrets, 3.5 skulls. Recovery mission, Polar region. Canopus. We'll do bug hunt. Alright, we'll do bug hunt, but I want to train my pilots appropriately. This could blow up in my face, just for the record.
That work order you submitted is complete.
Actually, while I'm thinking about it, engineering, ship upgrades. Oh, I haven't set one of these off yet. 450 improved library. Yeah, we'll go with that one.
Roger
15
that,
days.
Commander. I'll get the crew moving.
That just leaves the mech bay, the machine shop, and the drive upgrades. Now, they're offering a... Wow. This has got me concerned again. Look at the amount of salvage they're offering there. Like that there, that's straight up 2 full mech recoveries. And we're still getting 267,000 out of that. Like that's vacuum the battlefield levels of recovery. Alright, we'll go with that. We'll go with that. Alright, so let's mess around with our mechs a little bit here. I'm actually going to leave Medusa in the field with the headshot, just so we've got we can recover some stuff that's actually on the battlefield. We're going to pull the Black Knight. And we're going to leave Gyrojet in, because Gyrojet's going to learn how to pilot an awesome. And we're going to pull the Battlemaster. And who is going to be our pilot in training for this one? Maybe we should put Unruly in as the new pilot. No, maybe not. We'll go with Picnic. Picnic can pilot the Annihilator. And we'll leave Medusa and Hunter still in play, just in case anything goes bad. I'll still take out the Highlander, no major changes there, but put Picnic and Gyrojet as their trainers in the Awesome and the Annihilator. And we've still got a headshot machine so we can make money out of this, and we'll just do a couple of missions and we'll rotate our pilots in these two and use them as our trainers. This isn't going to be overkill at all. If the Capellans are trying to fuck me with with missions again, like they did a couple of streams ago, I'm not so concerned this time. Alright. Loading, loading, loading. Still, we are going to have to go back looking for some more assault mechs later too. This is not enough. And the Annihilator wasn't actually what I was looking for. I'll take it, but I'm still looking for Atlases, and I'm still looking for a King Crab. Especially the King Crab.
Command
the King Crab is
interface
my
initiated.
unicorn. I want the damn King Crab. It's the Cappies. They try and mess everyone over. Yeah, this is true. Alright, this is the place commander. Maya, can you see the target anywhere? We're blind on the ground. I've got an engine signature here, boss. I think it might be a Victor?
What are those?
Maybe?
Trees?
Maybe. Bit of travel distance. Looks like we got a ambusher mech or a supporting enemy force coming from this way. So we'll go straight for the supporting force. And considering the Annihilator's going to run hot, I'm
Copy
kind of
that.
happy we've got some water here, because it means we can cycle our guns a hell of a lot more.
Acknowledged.
Yeah, I think that's a Victor. We've actually got a Victor in our
This looks
lineup
like
at
a
the moment.
prime
I'm not
spot
really
for an
looking for one,
ambush.
but
Be careful, Commander.
it'd be nice
You don't want to
salvage.
get caught in a crossfire.
It'd sell for nice. Yeah, this is one of those times I actually kind of do want to get caught in the crossfire.
Confirmed.
Enemy detected.
Alright, so 20 tons, 45 tons. Yeah, I'm what you might call less than concerned. And a nice punch with the AC-20 or the Gauze variant if you can get it, but it's a bit soft. Yeah, I've got the AC-20 one back in the hangar. The soft is the reason why I don't actually run it in most of my lineups. I basically keep it as my...
Receiving you.
We'll hold up here for a moment. 30 tons, 45 tons. Yeah, nothing too interesting here. Yeah, I basically keep
Commander.
keep it around as my B team, one of my B team mechs, which is normally what I would take out, but it's going to be so much more fun to train up my newbie pilots in an awesome and a freaking Annihilator. Yeah, if you've got it available, why not use it? Now, can I pop this Locust in one shot right at the start and just piss it off?
Here it comes.
Yes, I can.
Hostile removed.
Can't remember if the AC-20 is a jumper or not. I know the Gauze was. Yes, the AC-20 is a jumper. I did the same thing I did with the Highlander. I stripped a couple of the jump jets out, which affects its range, the range that it can jump. But I used the extra weight to max out its armor and try and cover up the fact that it's a little bit soft, because you're right, it is a bit soft.
Damage minimal.
Yes, Commander.
Yes, Picnic. You can have first crack at this one.
On my way.
Oh, those are some really low hit chances. Ah, give it a shot and see what happens.
Firing all weapons.
That could have gone better. Well, at least that Locust pilot's bad day was very short. Yes. Mainly wanted to get rid of it because the assaults will actually have trouble hitting it. Its evasion will be that high. The only one that'll actually hits him will be Hunter. And
All weapons committed.
yeah, best to get rid of the little light, fast, annoying mechs.
Enemy mech. Critical damage detected.
What's up, boss?
Now, Garajet. Let's see if your aim's any better. Yeah, that's better. 85%, 85%, 90%, much better.
Confirmed. Think I hit something good.
And knockdown on Phoenix Hawk. Something out there with a couple of small LRM launchers. I like how little damage this is actually doing. It's nice occasionally to come back to something that's a little bit smaller with the big toys.
Good to go.
This is definitely a no challenge battle, guys.
Coordinates received.
This is just get the XP points into these pilots, so I've got some backups. Large laser, 2 PPCs.
Roger that.
Can we kill what lights on the ground? Yes, we can. That's our second headshot of the match. So we've now got a Phoenix
That
Hawk
one's gone.
and a Locust on the ground. Enforcer! I like how they're still shooting at the Highlander at the moment, even though, you know,
Damage minimal.
it's now the second heaviest mech in this lineup.
Receiving you.
Alright, we'll close up and see if we can
Coordinates
get those
received.
accuracy levels a little bit higher now. What do we got? Let's pull the AC-20s out and not waste the ammunition. And the mead lasers don't matter, so we'll fire off the AC-10 and just the meads, just the Enforcer. Yeah, he needs much higher gunnery skill. But providing he's putting hits on target, he's going to be earning experience. And the important thing is...
All weapons committed.
get him that experience.
Good to go.
I think he shoots a Highlander because of the SLDF tech. I don't think that's taken into
Firing a full salvo.
priority. I think in that case it's more of just the case that the Highlander's further
That
forward
hit something
and the
good.
Annihilator's further back, so it's just the lead mech. If I put the Annihilator out front, it should technically shoot the Annihilator. Which it should really be doing, because at this point the upgraded Annihilator should definitely have more armor than the front of the Highlander. There's a couple of them here that are actually getting enough missiles out to actually scratch the paint,
Damage
so...
minimal.
Javelin. That's brave. Jumping out and shirt fronting 3 assaults in a Javelin.
Standing by.
Not gonna lie, I like the spunk.
Move order received.
I do like the spunk. Respect. Precision shot. Can we go for a third headshot?
Giving them everything I've got.
No, side torso destroyed, pilot
Scored a
insert
critical
injured.
hit.
No headshot on that one. Points for bravery, but we're going to have to dock you on stupidity. Yep. Oh, 50 tons. 50 tons. Wow, we're starting to get some... starting to get a little bit more weight coming this way. Excellent. Yeah, we might definitely have to back off just a touch here.
Warning. Armor low.
I need them to start shooting the Annihilator.
How's it going?
Picnic.
Heading out.
That'll do him great. Hopefully that's enough to actually kill. That'll do him great on points to get the kill. Come on, finish it off. Yes, right.
One less target.
Back Hunter off a touch. And, yeah, we're going to pull the Gauze rifle out on this one. It needs a couple of turns without cycling it.
Enemy mech. Critical damage detected.
Yes, Commander.
Garajet can go through.
Position confirmed.
They're running away? No, they're just getting you back in range. And triple PPCs again, because the awesome is awesome. And we're not having any heat issues with this thing in water. Yep, there's some more experience points for Garajet. This is the best way to train. That is such a beastly lineup too. Look at that. Look at that. They're just shooting at whoever's in the lead at the moment. So now these two have taken up. Now the Awesome's going to take all the hits. Which is fine, because it's up armoured in the front. Although I'm pretty sure the Highlander's got more armour. Something 20 tons being sneaky around the side here.
Confirmed.
See if we can pick that out of the trees. And not as high a chance to hit as I would like. It's not a locust, but we'll give it a shot, see what happens.
Confirmed.
Nope, we got the head. There we go. Third head shot.
Hope we can salvage that.
Second locust down. Trebuchet, come on down. You're the next contestant. We got a crab too. There's actually some reasonably nice mechs floating around up here. And that Victor is one that I definitely want to recover though, because that's just worth a lot of money.
What's up,
we get
boss?
Picnic to advance a bit further forward again.
I copy.
Oh, that's a PPC gunner variant of the Trebuchet. You don't see that too often. Huh, maybe it will be worth actually recovering that one. Well, we'll see if it survives first.
Giving them everything I've got. Take that.
Oh, shit. I really got to get his gunnery skill up higher. That's going to be hilarious when he's got 10 points and 9 points in buddy tactics. Oh, that just made my night.
Standing by.
I'll try and leave the rest of the Trebuchet alive.
On the move.
Although I'm only going to get it to sell it, and it's probably not going to, even though it's a rarer variant, it's probably not going to be worth any more than what I've already got. And there better be some good loot in these headshots. It's a little cruel picking on the little ones. Nah. Now, there's 2 points to doing missions like this. One, I'm training some shit pilots and hopefully turning them into good pilots so I can get them killed later in the campaign. And the second reason is, well, on this particular mission, we have guaranteed got 2 mechs worth. We've got 6 selectable recovery options, so we can pick any 2 mechs that we headshot on this battlefield, and we can take them and sell them. So we've got 2 guaranteed full mech sales at the completion of this, plus the money that we're going to make on the mission, plus any additional mechs that we wind up picking up as a result of the, 21 or whatever it is, salvage that we get randomized on the end of it. So this mission's going to pay for more than the top missions we were doing before did. Oh, time to get the attention of the crab at the very least. I'll try and headshot the trebuchet and see what we can do with it. Let's put the headshot back. The Gauss rifle back into play. Crab pilot is having an incredibly bad day right there.
Enemy mech. Critical damage detected.
So the Javelin's got the right idea. Just disappearing into the trees like Homer Simpson.
Damage is light.
Yeah?
You know, I really need to consider putting jump jets on this
Move
Marauder
into position.
so that I can get it into sniper positions easier. Right, precision strike. 35% chance on the head. Large laser 2 PPCs.
I copy.
We got a knockdown.
Light damage. Holding firm.
Commander?
Also got to admit, it is kind of nice to actually be the guy who has the weight advantage for a change, rather than
On my way.
playing the other side of the coin, as we do in most of the missions. You know, that was funny before. Let's do it again. Oh, I didn't blow the
Solid
torso
connection
side
on
out.
that
That would
one.
have been nice. Where is... Victor's still not advancing down at this point. Turn the Gauss rifle off. I'll save the ammo on that. I don't think I'll need that. We'll leave everything... Yeah, we'll leave everything else in. Okay, Crab's down.
Enemy mech destroyed.
Someone said, Housecar, I think they need to change the name of this lake to Mech Graveyard. It would be appropriate, although you wouldn't know once I'm done, because I'm planning on scooping most of everything off this battlefield.
Commander.
So, at the very least, I clean up after myself. Now, I'm actually going to make the awesome sprint, just so I can get the Javelin in range. There we go. Come back out of those trees.
I'm showing minor damage.
Ready for order.
Producer. Precision strike. Trebuchet. I'm going to pull the large laser out, fire the 2 mediums. This gives us 4 shots at the head, although it's entirely likely we'll pop the center torso.
Acknowledged.
Yeah, pop Ah, well, that's a shame.
Gotcha.
So Medusa's going to need a round to cool off because he's pushing the heat limit at this point, and I'm going to need him to start doing snipes at that Victor. That was an autocannon round. Or if that was an AC-20.
Losing lots of armor.
Need something, Chief? Position confirmed.
It was. It's the AC-20 variant. Very nice. Probably best. Yeah, we're only going to fire the AC-10 at it anyway, so that's fine. So you're probably best not to
Taking the shot.
Primary
unload
target
everything
damage,
we've got.
Commander.
We just want to keep it engaged. Because at this point we need to sort of stop playing with our food a little bit here.
Commander.
Gyrojet. Turn, add more forward face.
Position confirmed.
And we want to get rid of the javelin.
Solid connection on that one.
Waiting for orders.
Alright, so getting the Marauder into range as well, so it's ready to try and take the head off this Victor. That's right, come down here. That's right, come down the hill. Come down the hill directly towards these two mechs that have the highest headshot ability of everybody here. That's exactly where we want you to go.
Hey there.
Alright, picnic. Just make the
Location
javelin go
confirmed.
away now.
Think I hit something good.
It's an immediate knockdown. Immediate knockdown. No questions asked.
Good to go.
And just send a torso on that one.
Kill confirmed, Commander.
There we
Target eliminated.
go. Mech of the Lake, what is your wisdom? Don't attack a trio of assault mechs for any reason, no matter how hard you think you are. Why am I only getting indirect? It's alright. Advantage of jump jets. Alright, so let's go for precision strike. The head, we've got 18%. I want the Gauze rifle on just for the decapitation chance. Got a couple of hits there to the head itself. So pilot injured, excellent, that's what I wanted. The armor on the Victor should have been enough to be able to withstand that for a bit. Now I can bring the Marauder up, who's
Moving
nicely
out.
cooled off. And again, precision strike. 35% chance, and we can go all in with all the guns.
Targeting for an alpha strike.
Head destroyed, lethal damage, Victor's down. Done.
One less target.
Commander, the area has been cleared. Darius has given me the green light to land immediately. Hold position.
Mission successful.
Aim for the head. Hunter hits the leg with his most accurate weapon. Well, at least he hit it with the missiles. That's all I was really after. Essentially, put a couple of points of damage on the cockpit before the main sniper comes in to finish the job. It gives it a better chance of just cleanly taking the head off. Alright, so destroy the target and escape, success. Destroy the supporting enemy forces, contract payment increased by 10%. Eliminate ambushes, contract payment increased by 10%. So 320,460 for our take home, which is more than enough to cover the repairs of that mission and then have some left over. Nobody was injured. No mechs had any kind of major damage. This is why I'm still running a Marauder. And headshot, 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 headshot. Actually, I think all of them were headshots. It was either 4 or 5 were headshots. Alright, so let's start with all the mech bits. We're taking the Victor. We very much are. Alright, so the 7K Trebuchet we only got one part of. We can take a Phoenix Hawk at 45 tons, so that's an option. No, what we are going to do is we're going to take the Crab and we're going to take the Enforcer. So that's 3 mechs recovered there. It's 2 50-tonners and an 80-tonner because we've already got a couple of parts put aside. And I can take one part of the Locust. 4 mechs recovered. Yeah, that's 4 mechs. Now what else did we get? We got one part of the Javelin. We got one part of the 1M Locust. Looks like we recovered the second part of the 1V. We got 2 parts of the Phoenix Hawk. Unfortunately, we didn't get the 3rd part there. Otherwise, we could have walked away with even yet another mech. We got the Double Plus LRM-15, which is nice. That's actually really good. I'll find a usage for that somewhere. And some AC-20 ammo and some LRM ammo. Nothing else too interesting. So yeah, 20 million in salvage for that mission, and that was a 2.5 skull, 2.5 skull or 3 skull assassination mission, and we walked away with an 80-ton assault mech at no damage and no losses. That's how I like to collect my mechs. Alright, the 9S trades some, we already know we've got a 9S, Locust, Enforcer, and Crab. Alright, so now we need the Locust is going into storage. The Enforcer is going into storage. The Crab is going into storage. We're actually running out of mech bays again. Warhammer Dragon. Which one was ours? Actually, this is going to be a bit of a thing. Which one was ours? 1080? Ah, yep. 1080. That 9S is our one. This one goes to storage. Yeah, that was a reasonably successful mission. Alright, let's go and take a look at our mech warriors.
I'm receiving you.
Good to go.
How they all doing for Garager for a start. 10,270 points. Alright, so we can start working on that gunnery a little bit and get tactics up. So you're piloting sensor. Yeah, I want to get Master Tactician on you. I absolutely want to get Master Tactician on you. Actually, I believe I'm making you as a knockoff Decker. Yes, that's where I was going with that. Cool, so you're the knockoff Decker, right. We'll hold on to the rest of your points until I can get Master Tactician.
Training complete.
So improve your gunnery a little bit. Alright, Tactics 10.
Mech Warrior training complete.
I'm here.
Marvel's sitting enough to actually make some points. Now, Marvel was going to be a copy of Hunter. So we're going to have to focus gunnery down next.
Training confirmed, Commander.
Ready for orders.
Medusa. I want Tactics 10.
Training complete.
And
Need
Picnic.
something, Chief?
Picnic is lined up with Archangel. Slightly different setup, but same basics. Alright, so we're going to work on your gunnery up to 6, and we're going to need a lot more points. Tactics 3, piloting 4 is just not good enough.
Mech Warrior training complete.
All Mech Warriors to the
I'm here.
And Unruly should be earning points off the training pods at the moment because new pilot extremely low skill. So that's okay. He or she, I think, can sit there and earn some points up. Marauder is a headshot machine and looking really awesome to boot. Yeah, Marauder is fantastic. It is a gorgeous mech. Both the old design and the rework design. Like, they didn't actually have to do a lot with the Marauder's rework. It was already a good-looking mech to begin with. They basically greebled it a little bit and gave it a couple of different angles and a little bit, reworked the back end of it slightly just to make it look a little bit more like it had a little bit less sleek, is what they did with it. The original Marauder was a little bit more sleek. It looked very similar to a jet fighter that just happened to have arms walking on legs. Alright, so that went reasonably well. But at this point I'm going to have to bring things to a close because it's 3:30 in the morning and I didn't get enough sleep last night. Probably not going to get enough sleep tonight anyway. But I've been bumbling over my own words for most of the night, so it's probably time for me to call it quits. But that has worked out pretty well as a closer. 20 million in salvage, and I didn't even have to hit the repair button on any of our mechs. They're all fine. None of them had any problems. The Annihilator did a fantastic job. Only issue I've got with the Annihilator at the moment is I need a better pilot for it so I can aim all those guns. Actually, we can do a bit of comparison here. 1,480 in that setup. 1,560. So the Highlander still has higher amount of armor. How does the... where is it? Warhammer Awesome. 1,400. So it's 80 points higher in frontal armor than the Awesome, and both of them are a little bit behind the Highlander. That's still not bad. Like, I'm not complaining about that at all. Especially not for the 2 AC-20s this thing brings into the field, so... very happy with it. So yeah, this has been a good night. It was a little bit rough at the start, losing a pilot, but we made up for it a little bit towards the end with a load of money and a load of mechs. Just not the ones that we're after. But still, we're going to have to train these newbie pilots up, and then we're going to have to go and start getting back into those, 3 to 4 scale, preferably around the 3.5 to 4 scale area assassination missions, because those are usually the most efficient way to actually find mechs like this without having huge risks. Although, if we can't find them, if we manage to get together a good enough team, we might have to start doing those battles after those 4 and 5 scale battles after all. We'll definitely get the mechs there. I really don't like taking the risk until I've already got a full team of assaults that have enough armor between them all to be able to face tank at least 2 Lancers. But we'll see what happens. Alright, so just going to the last of this, just Chaser, just make it look just different enough from the Zentran officer's pod to not get Harmony Gold's knickers in a twist. That's the one. That's the one. Although, they had already done that. They'd done that with the old model. It didn't quite look like the officer's pod then. It was close enough you could definitely see that's where they got the inspiration from, but it was a little bit different in the older design, and then they greebled it up. The old one... Alright, so if you pull up the old design for the Marauder, these were completely, these back sections weren't as defined. They were completely sleeked in on the left and right hand side with very low slung. These big bulky intakes up here were actually more like jet engine intakes down here on the sides. The arms essentially didn't have any of this armoured cowling over them. So the arms came out underneath or just ahead and under the intakes, and they weren't sitting straight up and down. They were wider. They came out on about a 45-degree angle. Some of the Marauders, the clan version of the Marauder, actually has a third large laser mount that mounts above it. Leg-wise, I'm pretty sure the Marauder used to have thinner legs as well. The original design of the Marauder was a bit thinner on the leg. It wasn't as bulky or as armoured through. But otherwise, they didn't change it a whole lot. The ballistic mount will show up as well over the shoulder. Yeah, I think when this one gets the reworked one, I'd need to go and look and see what MechWarrior Online actually did with theirs, or Piranha did with theirs. But I think the rework, when it does get a variant of the gun over the top, so I'm pretty sure they've got a model that's got the gun over the top. It's off center now. It actually lines up on, I think it's on the right hand side. It comes across here, rather than being perfectly centered, because it looked like a lance. The original one looked like a knight's jousting lance is what it was shaped like. So it came back to sort of a like it was a long point that came back on a smooth cone and then had the actual workings mounted in behind it. I've got the 3R in my game, and yeah, it goes over the shoulder. Yeah, I was pretty sure they knocked it off center. And that's, again, that probably goes back to the Harmony Gold thing, because if you look at the Zentran Officers Pod, the Zentrani Officers Pod, rather, I keep forgetting the pronunciation for that. I really need to watch Battletech again. I've got the entire box set sitting on the shelf behind me at the moment. I just don't have DVD players on the computer to actually play it anymore. But the original Officers Pod has the... all its lances were lined up central. Because, yeah, the Marauder is one of the mechs that Harmony Gold had issues with. The other one was this one, the Warhammer, which looks very similar to one of the artillery mechs that was walking around on the outside of the SDF-1. The third one, which is actually in this one as well, is the Phoenix Hawk, which looks very strikingly similar to a Veritech fighter in full mech form, which is precisely what it's meant to be. Yep, the Archer as well. Actually, I've got that one here. I've got most of them. Lined up. Where is the Archer? The Archer. Yeah, the Archer is the other one, the other artillery mech that's on the SDF one. And yeah, the Rifleman. The Rifleman, I'm pissed off I didn't get that Rifleman before. That would have been nice. I really need to complete the set of the Forbidden mechs. I really do. But yeah, that was a bit of fun from back in the day. Actually, the old Rifleman used to have the I actually kind of like the old Rifleman, because the old Rifleman used to have a radar dome on it. Yeah, the unseen must be seen. Yes, they were such good designs too. Harmony Gold really did just fuck everything up. I mean, reality is, small rant before I wander off to bed. If Harmony Gold hadn't screwed with Battletech in the 90s, like if that hadn't happened, if they hadn't been the colossal assholes that they were, and just let things lie and let the deals that had been sorted out, because yeah, they really did like the earliest form of copyright trolling is basically what happened. Battletech would probably be larger than Warhammer is today. At the time that it happened, Battletech was larger than Warhammer. Battletech was fucking huge, and it just got crushed. The constant lawsuits just got crushed. It destroyed FASA, and it made it extremely difficult for anyone to make games on it. The games that we got, in their own way, are a little bit of a miracle, and there's a reason why certain mechs don't show up in those games, because there was all the lawsuits and licensing with Harmony Gold. So now, technically the Battlemaster is an unseen too, although it was never part of the Harmony Gold problem. Yeah, I'm not sure I realised that one. I know the Battlemaster was a really old design, but I don't remember it being part of the Unseen. I'll have to look into that. Oh, thanks for letting me know, Chaser. But yeah, it kind of pisses me off, because this is a huge universe, and it's Harmony Gold is directly responsible for it being as small or as niche as it is now, and that hurts a little. Could you just picture what Battletech would look like today if it had been allowed to grow without being interrupted? I mean, at one point in the early '90s, there was a couple of Hollywood directors and Hollywood writers that had interest in the Battletech universe that were trying to work out how to do a Battletech movie. Like, Hollywood was paying attention to Battletech in the early 90s. It already had its Saturday morning cartoon show. There were entire arcades that were just mech pods for doing basically multiplayer LAN mech battles. This is about the time MechWarrior 2 was out. They had entire arcades that were just mech battles. That's all they were. They kind of functioned in the same way that the laser tag arcades, where you go into them and you run around the inside of essentially a giant maze with your little laser gun. The same concept as one of those, except there was mech pods inside of the building, and everyone jumped into a mech pod that was an artificial cockpit. You'd shut the door up, so you were isolated inside your mech. It had multiple screens. It had switch buttons and like a flick switch cockpit, and 2 joysticks as well as a couple of pedals, and you would actually control the mech and get into multiplayer virtual combat inside of them. And that was a big thing at the time. The mech pods were a big thing. There's the tabletop game was huge. It had an RPG, well, it still does. It had the RPG mode. It had its own Battletech games. Wizard of the Coast was made the trading card game, and that was the second successful and second biggest, only trading card game that Wizards of the Coast ever made that came close to rivaling Magic the Gathering. The Battletech trading card game was freaking colossal. That was actually one of my entry points into it. It was MechWarrior 2 and the Battletech trading card game. I'm kind of really pissed off I don't have all my old cards, so I used to have like 2 or 3 decks of them. But yeah, there was that. It was monstrous. If they just let it alone, shoulda, woulda, coulda. The original design came from another anime, but it was part of a bulk group that got image rights originally from the artists. Because when the first release happened, FASA didn't have enough money to hire all their own house artists. Yeah, I know the backstory for the whole thing. They got the designs from anime designers in Japan, and they did pay them, but they didn't realize that some of the anime studios had already done licensing agreements into the United States, and that caused a bit of a kerfuffle. And the bit that pisses me off, have you ever wondered why I say copyright troll, even though Harmony Gold did own the copyrights and was legal to sort of be able to do this? It was within the bounds of the law, but why I still call them copyright trolls? Have a look at what Harmony Gold actually is as a company. Like what they were. They don't exist anymore. When they lost the rights, they lost the money. They went bankrupt. They don't exist anymore. But have a look at what Harmony Gold actually was. It was not a video or gaming entertainment company. They've done nothing with Robotech since the late 90s. I think, for exactly the same reason, because they got it all. They bought it for exactly this kind of legal trolling. What Harmony Gold actually was, Chaser? They were a real estate company.
There's a lot of activity on the comms. You must be in on the dropship.
That's actually what Harmony Gold was. It was a real estate company that realized that they could make some money by buying IPs. They had nothing to do with television outside of buying IP rights and then taking money from those IPs via either lawsuits or by distribution rights. That's it. They had nothing to do with anything else. They had nothing to do with games. They had nothing to do with any kind of cartoon, movie, anything. That's all they were. They were a real estate company that was trading on IP rights and using those IP rights to make money on the side. And the real estate bubble for their company burst ages ago, and their company essentially survived up until the moment that they lost the last of their rights, and then Harmony Gold ceased to exist. It was making money exclusively on suing people. So yeah, they were copyright trolls. Possibly a Generation 1 copyright troll. And now there is a settlement where Macross might actually get English dubs, which makes me happy. Well, yeah, well now they're out of the way and dead, and all of the they're still active and not gone totally yet. I think Harmony Gold as a company no longer exists. It's now just a name that might have one or two people left behind it that are basically clinging on for dear life to what they were trying to have, but they've lost all of the rights at this point. As Chaser says, Macross looks like it might actually get a proper English release, which is going to be awesome. The Unseen, admittedly with some minor changes to the mech designs, and now back in MechWarrior with no problems whatsoever and all good. It's whatever's left is a ghost. The actual company that made the purchases and the rest doesn't exist anymore. I know that the backing side of the real estate business that Harmony Gold actually had, that's what they were. That collapsed. That actually collapsed quite some time ago, I might add. What was left, the skeleton that was left over, was hanging on to the lawsuit money. Yeah, not just the original Macross, but all its sequels too. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I've never actually managed to watch all of Macross from start to finish. The proper Japanese Macross. I've got all the Battletech series, Robotech series. But I've never managed to watch all of the original Macross series because there's, this one's translated, this one isn't, this one here's got a third-party backyard dub done. This one here's subtitled, but the subtitles are poor. They're beautiful to look at. The animation is glorious, and you can track through if you sit back and try hard, you can track through all of the information and all the translations, and you can work it all out. It's entirely possible to actually watch them all from start to finish, but you got to put in the effort for it. And I've just never had the time. But I would like them to do a proper release, preferably with a nice remaster as well, sharpen up all the art, make it all, release it onto the market, and then be able to sit back and just watch the whole lot. Because yes, I am one of those heathens. When I do watch anime from Japan, I watch it with an English dub. Because I like looking at the art, not reading the words on the screen. And if I'm reading the words on the screen, which I will, because I do like following the stories, I won't end up looking at the artwork. So I look for the English dubs. Yeah, story is different too. Only the first part of Robotech is the actual proper Macross. The other two parts were completely unrelated. Yeah, they made it up as they went along. Robotech goes a little bit drama-y as well, which is a bit very 80s cringe drama-y as well. It's a bit much. I prefer the dub because of my dyslexia. Wow, that makes sense. He likes looking at the art. Yeah, seriously. I know you're addicted to hentai, Sind, but that's not all of us. Some of us actually just like looking at the really cool mech designs and really cool aircraft designs and the time that's put in. Not all anime is hentai. It's just the anime that you watch. But subs is all I've got from Macross, Frontier 7 and Delta. Yeah, I'm not even sure what they are. That's where I'm out. I've watched some here and there and picked up bits and pieces over time, but never managed to watch the whole thing, so I wouldn't even know what 7 and Delta are. But if they do a re-release on them, I'll most certainly find out. Sin, it's not an addiction, it's a dependency. There's a difference. point and well played. Sorry, those are the sequel series. It's alright, as I said, most of that section, most of anything outside of sort of the core, I think it's 3 or 4 Macross movies, that's all I've managed to watch over probably the last 20 years. Anything else that's outside of that, anything that's followed on after that, anything that's running a side story to that, I know they exist, but I couldn't tell you the exact names, and I have no idea what's really going on in any of them, because I just haven't had the time to track them all out and try and work out what's going on between them all for the reasons I mentioned. But if they actually get them all, all remastered and re-released with proper dubs and the rest, yeah, I'll add that to my bike collection and sit back and watch them. Like, that's classic stuff done properly because they're now finally able to release it properly. Damn right, I'll sit back and watch it. There's a difference between insane and eccentric. One of them is rich. Yeah. Yes, this is why I'm closer to the former. Plus got a decent dub with the Breaking Bad guy voicing the main character, but it got weird. Okay, well, that might be interesting to chase down. I'm not sure how it went weird, I haven't followed that, but yeah, actually I think I might have actually seen one of Macross Plus before. Maybe. It's been a long time since I was actively searching for anime. Although you're making me want to watch them now. I'm going to have to dig out my Robotech box. Well, I don't have to dig out the Robotech box set, it's sitting right there, but I might have to dig out, I think I've got Hellsing, and I think I've got the box set of Bubblegum Crisis floating around somewhere as well, from back when it first got a DVD release in like the early 2000s. I might have a few more in there as well. Actually, I think I've got Berserk as well. I used to watch a little bit of it, but I was particular about what I watched. Mags is more of a Greek philosopher side that saw that he may live in abject poverty, but he will act as if he was royalty. Hey, I do not act as if I was royalty. No. Absolutely not. I am a hair smidgen higher than a punt country bumpkin. I am, well, my joking replacement name that was only supposed to be temporary that's become my permanent name on War Thunder, Dux Bogan. I am an upper class bogan, at best. Nothing more, nothing less. And a massive nerd, in case anybody hasn't worked that out yet. But I think that's most of us. Anyway, it is 3:49 in the morning. I am going to call it quits now, guys, because I need a drink and I need to sleep. But I am going to try and stream tomorrow. I might even try and stream during the day and get in an early one, just to continue this through. Just do an early stream, because I'm going to really have to work on these pilots and get them polished up anyway. So, until next time, guys, hope you enjoyed the stream. Thank you very much for watching, and until next time, take care.